Hello everyone, welcome to the final round of IRC Super Season 7, and we are about to... Oh gosh, I can hear myself, blimey, that's awful. Yes, and welcome to round 21 of 21 then. So this is it, unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. And here tonight, our Super Thursdays will be coming to an end, well, for this season anyway, for the final time on F1 2019 then. And I'm a bit emotional to say that, actually, goodness me, I've got a bit of a tear in the old eye. But yes, we are here in Abu Dhabi here tonight, and I think that this is going to be a absolutely fantastic race, it really is. Isn't it? Just quickly getting the old stream up as well then, and you can see lovely shots here in Abu Dhabi, isn't it? I got to say that this is one thing on my bucket list actually, is to just go and just watch a race here in Abu Dhabi. It's brilliant, isn't it? Maybe not the of course, maybe not in terms of action and things like that. Abu Dhabi hasn't been the most entertaining of races in the world, has it? But it's still nonetheless, so it's yeah, I think that I think that it's a great way to end the season, isn't it? Really, hopefully in the this is going to be a cracking race. It really is, isn't it? Anyway, then here we are. Then we're in the pit lane and we are raring to go. Then, and you can see then we got everyone queuing up to get out there, isn't they? Well, we've only just started, actually. Goodness me, we're 2 seconds into this one. I know this is going to be a fantastic one, nonetheless. I have no doubt about that. I come into every race, every weekend. No, then weekend, is it? I keep every event there, and I am really, like, buzzing to go. I feel like a bumblebee. Anyway, then there's, that's just going to get worse, unfortunately. But, yeah, I'm in fine Vettel here tonight, then. And I wonder if any of these drivers are going to be in fine Vettel as well. Well, let's just say T. Tommy's been in fine Vettel all season, hasn't he? Goodness me, he's been brilliant, hasn't he? And he is talking of Vettel, he's actually driving one of Vettel's old cars as well, isn't he? So very nicely done indeed there from T. Sammy today. Of course, end of season, as we got some wet tyres going on out there, so this is going to be an interesting one, isn't it? End of season, it's going to be an end of season feel tonight, isn't it? Of course, and I think it's going to be all about fun, isn't it? With the championships have been wrapped up in the drivers and the constructors, so I think that this is going to be about proving who is the best, isn't it, on this day in history. Well, we've even got the battle for second position right out for grabs as well, isn't it? As Hog gets steaming out of the pit. So we've also got Fizzy as well. Oh, goodness me, then. As there's a bit of a queue forming, isn't it? As Fizzy has gone for the 4 wet tyres. As he's gone back to the future, so to speak, has he? He's decided to go on the groove tyres as well. As he is coming out and downhill as well, isn't he? Of course, then Fizzy has had a breakout of this season, was of course the moment of the season as well, which was voted by the drivers. Of course, that was the Japanese Grand Prix win, which is absolutely fantastic. It really was, wasn't it? And Fizzy's just coming down the back straight as well then, and he's just getting himself ready to go then. And well, the moment was on an outlap moment, and whilst that's the case, I finished the I think they do formation flying now. That's an amazing shot, actually. Of course, Fizzy is usually our expert photographer, isn't he? And yeah, I thought it was raining then. I thought there was a bit of spray coming up then. It's just a bit of dust, isn't it? Of course, in this part of the world here in Abu Dhabi, we are expecting a bit of dust, don't we? And you know, just now rolling down the hills as well. As I think almost everyone's out on the wet tyres here, aren't they? Just watching Hog, who has decided to go for the more traditional slick tyre compound around here. Car 12, and you see just riding over the curbs then as well. Of course, then when was it? I think it was Monday, wasn't it? Where of course Matt did a video to just confirm the driver lineup for season 8 for F1 2020, and also the awards was announced as well, wasn't it? And I got to say, it's very tough, isn't it, to really kind of evaluate people on their season, isn't it? Because you can't really be too harsh, but at the same time, there's been some amazing breakout drivers. I think that this one has been fantastic, hasn't he? Hog has. He's really been brilliant, hasn't he? You could say he's been hogging the limelight in some place or another as well, isn't it? And yeah, the apologies, the puns get a lot worse as well. But no, fair play to Hog. He's been brilliant, I think, throughout the season. He really has. He's very much impressed me as well, which means absolutely nothing to Hog, I feel. And was there a car in the wall now? I don't think it was. I've just seen someone on the left hand side then. But no, I think that Hog has been absolutely brilliant, hasn't he, this season? And let's go through the drivers and the constructors standing, shall we? And for the final time of Season 7 Super. Of course, we also had an emotional send-off to IRC Elite as well, which we'll also quickly cover in this qualifying session as well. So T Sammy, of course, is the champion of Season 7, and he'll be coming back to defend his crown next season as well, so looking forward to that one. Steve, who is actually claimed second in the Drivers' Championship last time out, and Matt is currently he's very close to the back of Steve. I think that's about 15 points actually, somewhere or whenever. Asdog's gone fast at the moment, as I missed him coming on the pits actually. I've been I was so focused on the guys that was out doing wet weather running or on the wet tyres that I completely missed Asdog come out there. Apologies about that. So Matt has dropped down to third, then Maxi has got an outside chance of maybe even pipping his teammate actually here tonight. He's 9 points behind Matt, so it's going to be very tense in the battle for second, isn't it? Unfortunately, Roscoe, I think, is too far back, and the in 5th position, and Asdog in 6th position as well. Sprint, of course, a worthy award winner as well in 7th position, and of course he's overtaken Fizzy and moved up into 7th. And of course at the end of this stream as well, we'll be chatting to some of the drivers as well, won't we, about their season, so stay tuned then, as we're having a bonus feature at the end then. Fantastic. We got Fizzy dropping down to 8th, and we got Timmy in 9th position, and Harry in 10th position as well, as David dropped down to 11th as well. Everyone else is basically in the same position as they were the week before. In the Constructors' Championship, it's almost status quo. Almost. As just taking a look at the champion T Sammy there on the wet tyres. Yeah, it's almost status quo. Is Toro Rosso is still won, also the winner of the Constructors as well. And so I'm waffling on here as we're watching T Sammy there going very gingerly around there. Saying, oh goodness me, they're a bit of opposite lot. Then you can see, look how tough it is on those wet tyres there. As the wet tyres are designed to disperse 60 litres of water, but there is no water on the track. There might be a bit of water in the old harbour then. Rizzle Sticks has gone out third fast at the moment there, and you can see the guys on the wet wear tyres are actually on that 2 minute and 8 is the fast one by Timmy at the moment then. Here comes T Sammy there, is doing a lovely drift as well, isn't it? But I gotta say, I'm actually loving this actually. They should all just be on wet tyres, shouldn't they, for the race? I reckon that'll be a great race personally. Anyway, of course T Sammy does it, is the first man on the wet tyres to get almost within a second with a 2 minute mark as well. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Hog there is going for another shot as well. Here comes JJ, who is on the soft compound tyres. Look at the shine coming out of those tyres as well. And once again, I've got distracted, which is not basically it's standard stuff really, isn't it, for the whole 21 races or 20, as unfortunately I missed the Russian Grand Prix after I bricked my PlayStation. So that's I should never be by technology really, should I? Maxi's gone fast ascent on the 36.2. Good stuff there from the Red Bull driver, and remember, as I said, he could potentially be third in the championship. That is what is to play for tonight, is who is going to be second, third and fourth in the championship. There's a lot of pride on the shelf, on the line here tonight. So yes, I'll be keeping you trying to keep you up to date as well as best I can, but unfortunately my math skills are absolutely appalling, and from a selfish point of view, that's why I'm glad that the Drivers' Championship is done just on the Constructors, because half the stream I would probably be trying to get my fingers and toes out to try and work out who's winning and who isn't. But next season I'm expecting the championship to be very tightly contested. I'm really looking forward to that as well. Anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about the Constructors. Goodness me, I've been trying to talk about it for the past 10 minutes. So Toro Rosso there have won the Constructors. Red Bull are second. They're almost home and dry from Racing Point to a third. Mercedes and Alfa Romeo have swapped places then, but there is still further full positioning has to be decided here tonight as well. Who's going to be in the top 4 of the Constructors then? That is also a very interesting part that's going to be won. McLaren are basically floating on their own really, 142 points back. Then we've got Renault and Ferrari, only 6 points separate them, two teams there, and Hogg has got a teammate tonight of Woody, and Woody is a fantastic driver. Really is. I'm looking forward to seeing what Woody can do next season as a full-time driver. Really am. Then I think I compared it to Martin Brundle last summer, didn't I? And of course that is definitely I would say that's a very I hope that's a compliment from Woody's point of view. But I think of course, remember, he was a super sub this season, hasn't he? Woody has, and next season then he gets a full-time drive, which is richly deserved, isn't it? Ferrari, they're in 8th position. Haas is in 9th position. They're also in no man's land as well. They're about 12 points behind Ferrari. So we had in the Haas tonight, we have Double, and we also have Rizzle Sticks as well, who is also going to be a full-time driver next season as well. So hats off to him, congratulations, well done. And Williams on 22 points then, as unfortunately that is it for Williams, unless they get a 1-2 or get podium finishes here tonight, which it can happen. So So yes, do not count them out. Yeah, let's talk about the drivers' award, shall we? As we're just having a bit of, as we're just getting into the swing of things. We're on board Sven at the moment now. He currently hasn't got a point yet, has he, in the championship? So can Sven get a point here tonight? Then that has to be the goal for Sven, surely. I think he's been unlucky this season as well. Then so yeah, can Sven really dust off his overalls there and get a point there for the Alfa Romeo team? He is currently 7th fast at the moment. Lovely stuff indeed. Then Penny down is also out on track as well, and he's just dropping down the hill as well in car 57 then. Yeah, so the awards then, of course, if you didn't watch the awards, I suggest you go back and watch it on the IRC Facebook channel, of course, where Matt presented the awards and the drivers draw, and of course the circuit draw as well. So we're going to have a random calendar next season. That's really going to shake things up, hasn't it? Goodness me. And that's really going to shake me up as well. Gosh, I struggle to remember what I had for dinner, and that's basically my favourite time of my life, really, is food. I love it. Anyway, we're just watching Penny come down the back straight as well. Yeah, so a random calendar next week. We'll cover all that in tonight's show, if well, hopefully I can, but I have a feeling that I'm going to struggle to with all the action that we're going to see out on track at the moment as Penny just navigates through the second sector as well. Then in the awards, then yeah, Sprint got cleanest driver, which to be honest, I think it was a very deserved winner as well, isn't it? Consistent T Sammy. Oh, it's Penny there. Goodness me, getting it all kinds of welly there, going through the turn with a very fast turn 16, I think it was there. I gotta say, wow, how sir, indeed there. Goodness me, that was very that was very much squeaky bum time as well. Gosh, I might have to change my underwear after that. Goodness me. As he's come through turn 20 and 21 as well, as he's finished off the lap there with two right angle corners there. Now that his Penny goes into 7th fastest as well. No, 9th fastest, I apologise. I don't know what, as we've got yellow flags there. One of the Williams there. It's just on an outlap as well. Yeah, the moment of the season there was Fizzy, as we covered. Improved driver sprint now. I think that was one of the awards that was very difficult, wasn't it? Because I think Hogg was also in the run as well. He was brilliant as well, hasn't he? No, of course, driver of the season. Of course, there was the was T. Salmon. Of course, that was the drivers. Admin's awards there was, of course, Roscoe, who got the cleanest driver. Good stuff there from Roscoe, and of course also venturing as a full-time driver into a Zenith next season as well. So of course Zenith of the former Elite League then, which is I'm very interested to see what Roscoe can do there. I'm really looking forward to that, as he starts to go toe-to-toe with one of the best esports drivers on the game then. So looking forward to that then. Most consistent T Sammy as well, of course, moment Fizzy in Monza, Fizzy in Japan then. But I got to say, the other moment of the season that was probably very heavily considered was Steve's drive from 20th on the grid to win the Italian Grand Prix. I got to say, that was a crazy old race, wasn't it? Goodness me. I got to say, those two races were absolutely brilliant stuff, and I can only remember the last couple of races because unfortunately I think I need a bigger memory bank in my head, don't I, really? It's a shame I can't just replace it. Anyway, as I just watching Snap, he goes 7th fast at the moment. Lovely stuff indeed there from Snap. Timmy there, still wearing his Halloween helmet there, and let's see if this is a frightfully good lap as well. Then comes out then of turn 21 there in the McLaren, dips down, he goes 3rd fastest. Timmy has indeed then, and just on board with Roscoe as well. Fizzy is back on track as well, so now this is where it starts to get really hotly contested. Carrying on the awards, the most improved there is sprint there again, then that was a very tough award there for the admins. And also driver was Steve, and I can't really argue with that because I think Steve's had a fantastic season, hasn't he? He's been threatening to break out, hasn't he, in the he's been threatening to break out over the past couple of seasons, hasn't he, Steve has? And I think this season is richly deserved, and he's been absolutely fantastic. He really has, hasn't he? So good stuff indeed then. As as just watching Harry goes at 5th fastest then. Lovely stuff indeed. Then we've got as a PB, as of course we usually joke about Blazer, who has to pay for his Pirelli rubber. I think PB has to do the same, really, as he's never keen to go out and qualify and win. To see Fizzy jumps up to 8th position as well. T Sammy's gone fastest there by a momentous 9/10 of a second. Goodness gracious me, that is absolutely scary stuff there. Good job I didn't have a cup of water in my hand there. Oh no, it's Fizzy he's gone off. He's in the wall. He's in the wall. Oh, goodness me. He's damaged the car. And that is a... oh, dear. That's a lot of end plates gone there. As he's taking the alternative track there. So there's a lot of configuration around here. A bit like France, really, isn't it? But let's not mention France there because I think that's probably one of the most dullest races on the calendar, isn't it, France? I think that's a bit harsh, but goodness me, it's... it does take... it's quite a difficult watch sometimes, France, isn't it? Of course, at Paul Ricard then. I'm just going into the Hall of Fame then. Of course, the Hall of Fame winner said in the season, a big and to Slim. Of course, he's been in IRC since day one, and it's going to be really weird that Slim is not part of the IRC family next season, isn't it? But of course, he is a part of Zenith, who's going to be like a long lost cousin of IRC, isn't it? So if you watch the Zenith stream last night there, of course, on the Zenith Facebook app, Zenith Facebook page, there is of course very kind words there from Matt and to Dave as well, so really good stuff indeed then. So yes, I think it's going to be so it's going to be like a long lost cousin, as I said then, in the partnership as well. So yeah, even though it's rebranded of course from the ashes of IRC Elite, I'm looking forward to seeing what that league can go through from strength to strength, and also looking forward to seeing what IRC as a standalone league will be next season. They haven't been a standalone league, have they, since for 3 seasons, have they? When IRC Elite was birthed back 3 seasons ago, wasn't it? And of course, I think it's been very successful indeed, hasn't it? Just watching Sven there on the back straight as well. Just 3 minutes to go in this session, and so I'll finish waffling away in just a few moments. Then, of course, the other Hall of Famer, of course, was Matt there, the founder of IRC. So, and I think that was very much, of course, I think that should have been, probably should have been in Hall of Fame slightly earlier than that, really, shouldn't he, really? But there we go then. So of course Matt also in the Hall of Fame as well, and I think they just and also I'm in the Hall of Fame as well, which I got to say I'm very proud of, actually, to be honest. I am quite I can be quite big headed at the time, but I was actually I was moved by that, and I'm quite embarrassed to talk about myself sometimes, sometimes, but I think that was I think that was momentous, really, when I said that. Unfortunately, I have to float in and out of the live stream on Monday, as I was having all kinds of problems with work and all that kinds of stuff. But it's an honour and a privilege to be in the IRC Hall of Fame, and thank you. Anyway then, let's get on with qualifying. Well, we're already on with qualifying, haven't we? With just 2 minutes to go then, as I've been waffling away, really, and now let's get into the action as well then. And it's great to see all you guys in the comments there straight away. We've got Jonathan Cox. Good evening, Sean. Good evening, Jonathan. Hope you are having a lovely afternoon now. Of course, Jonathan, a part of Zenith next season as well, and he also broke into the top 10 in the end of the final race at the IRC Elite. So well done to Jonathan there. Frank Mead, evening Sean, evening everyone. Good evening, Frank. Hope you're enjoying the coverage so far there. It's going to get very interesting indeed. Is that Petty's out on track as well. Steve is also out on track there. He's done it 2 minutes so far. I think this might be slightly quicker, and it is there. He's a 10 first second away from T Sammy, and I'm looking forward to that next season. We've also got Ayrton as well, as hello Sean, hello Ayrton. I hope you're enjoying the stream as well. And Steve, I got to say, next season I'm really looking forward to seeing what Steve can do. Remember the first couple of races this season, Steve was might have been slightly robbed there of some points and maybe even wins. Remember in Baku as well, where the safety car kind of robbed him of potentially a very good result there, didn't it? But of course his teammate Azdog with another moment this season for me personally as well, winning the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and so it was a very tough moment of the season, wasn't it, really? I think Fizzy's win in Japan was absolute incredible stuff, wasn't it, really? But it was so difficult to pick moment of the season, wasn't it? Okay, I've listed 3 already in like 18 minutes, and it's really something you've got to ponder about, isn't it? So fantastic stuff indeed then. Anyway then, we've got 43 seconds left of the session then. In the drop zone is Sven, Double, JJ, Steve Penny and PB, who as I said, I think he has to pay for his tyres at the Williams team, so he is not going to be out, unfortunately. PB is I think he might just be enjoying himself in the Williams garage there. Sven is going for broke now, isn't he? Let's see what he can do then. Oh my goodness me, and unfortunately that's too much broke there, and he is unfortunately invalidated this time, and he is out. Rizzle Sticks could potentially be through into qualifying too. Fantastic stuff there from the Haas driver. Really well done indeed then. I think he's on the in lap, isn't he? Penny is going, he's 9/10 quicker. Penny is in the first sector alone. My goodness me, that's he's invalidated this time. Penny has, oh dear, and unfortunately that is it there for Penny. Unfortunately, that's it for Penny. He has now got to, as he's invalidated his time there. and now just on board then as he is coming down the back straight as well as oh yeah, Matt just said sorry about the wets, I think. I gotta say, I was waffling on for so much there. I was basically, I was almost oblivious to it, really, wasn't I? But I'm oblivious to a lot of things in the in life, which, to be fair, sometimes isn't the bad thing, is it? But yeah, of course, I think it was quite enjoyable actually watching the wet tires, wasn't it? In the beginning there, of course, there when I think it was more of a bit of end of season fun, isn't it? Because the serious stuff, well, most of the serious stuff has been finished there, hasn't it? But of course, there is there's a bit of pride on the line, is there, about who's going to finish second and third. That is what I'm really interested in as well. Of course, we got a good old battle with Steve and Sprint and as Dog as well. Looking forward to that. Roscoe is not on the clutches either, is he? And I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do as well. Of course, with the driver draw and of course random calendar next season. But even if it was a random calendar, it's into the pits comes Penny, unfortunately. So those are 6-5 cars out of qualifying. What about Brown could do then? As Brown comes into the final turn as well, and lovely stuff, and out of 21, and it's a good time for Brown. And another man who I feel that probably should have been the most improved as well. His qualifying performances this season have been absolutely astounding, haven't they? It's a shame that his race performances don't live up to expectations, do they? I got to say, Brown's qualifying performance and PB's race performance there, they have been some team really, haven't they? Unfortunately for PB, I think he's finished 11th, the most out of anyone really in this grid, which is such a shame, isn't it? Because that's one position away from the top 10 there. So PB would be a lot higher on points there, wouldn't they, if he was just one position up there? So that's unfortunate, isn't it? And that's the end of qualifying one. Then of course this is the final qualifying one session of 2019. Then so make the most of that one. Make the most of this qualifying session as well. Unfortunately, we've lost PB, JJ, Double, Petty, and also Sven out of qualifying as well. But look at the whisker. Look at that. It's a whisker, isn't it? 100th of a second separates Sven and Rizzlesticks as well. Well done to Rizzlesticks through into qualifying 2, and now qualifying his very experienced teammate as well. Oh goodness me, that's really going to make things sizzle and hass there, isn't it? And I don't think Steiner's going to be too happy with that, is he? And I don't mean the Scott Steiner either. Anyway, we're going into qualifying 2 then in just a few moments, and this is going to get very interesting indeed then. And whilst we're loading up for qualifying 2, yeah, so just talking about next year, of course, season 8 then. I'm really looking forward to season 8. And of course, season 8 rhymes with 8 rhymes with great, so I'm expecting an absolutely fantastic season next season. Of course, with the 20 cars, the 2020 cars, and 20 cars as well, driving around and attacking the old the circuits as well. Of course, we've got 22 races next season. Oh my goodness me, how are we going to fit it all in? Gosh, when we actually are starting off in Australia, down under again, like in the normal calendar, isn't it? Really, just standard stuff, isn't it? But basically, you can put a bet that Australia's going to start off. And ironically, the final race of the season, actually, it's actually the second race of the season normally, as Snap is retired from the session there, as he has got a qualifying ban then. Yeah, so Bahrain, and we finish off in Bahrain as well. The ones I'm looking for that you need to really note on your calendar, apart from, well, to be honest, you need to know all 22, really, don't you? But the ones I'm looking forward to is, of course, I think that's round 8, isn't it? The Netherlands. It is. Sorry, it's round 7 in the Dutch Grand Prix, and round 9 at Vietnam as well. I don't think, unfortunately, the official World of Formula 1 is not going to see those circuits this season, by the sounds of it. But IRC will be racing them next season, won't they? So we're going to have a first test, then to see how those circuits go there. I'm really looking forward to both those circuits. Are going to be fantastic, aren't they? They're very narrow indeed. So I expect the sparks going to fly there, isn't it? Really good stuff indeed then. And the drivers for next season, of course, we can also welcome back Himkaro, who makes his return back to IRC next season. So I got to say, he's very much going to be in the money in the mix, isn't he? And really good stuff indeed there. And of course, we've welcome back Himkar as well. Of course, Sven has decided to be a reserve next season. He's had a very tough season, Sven, after this season. I think that Sven and Snap, there are 2 drivers there. I think I might have had second season syndrome, really. So I'm expecting Snap to be very much on the money. Remember the first? I remember watching the first race of the 2019 game, like way back in season 6, and Snap was absolutely flying. What's the goodness me? He was brilliant last season. Snap wasn't he? isn't he? Unfortunately, this season, well, his season finally took off around about midway through the second half, didn't it? And he has now looked back, hasn't he, Snap hasn't? Let's see what he can do then for the final stages then. But yeah, welcome. Yeah, really good stuff indeed then. Of course, I would suggest you watch the driver lineup as well, because I'm not going to tell you all of it, because of course that means that because you need to watch the video, won't you, to get the full driver lineup. But there is some interesting teams there. I'm looking, and there's one interesting team in particular which I quite like, which is the Alfa Romeo team now. Very strong team indeed there, so I've got to say I'm looking forward to that. Of course, the AlphaTauri as well there, and that's another team that is very much very much going to be up there battling for the constructors as well there. And that is just a snippet of what you can find then, of course, for the driver draw, of course, on the IRC Facebook page as well then. As I think I'm done my plugs now then. Let's get back to the qualifying session, shall we? So I've just been nattering away about next season, and we haven't even finished this season yet, have we? Goodness me. And we're just watching T Simon there hugging the inside there before coming out then, and coming down into the chicane as well. Taking a look at the qualifying form then. T. Samiden has had 4 pole positions this season. At the moment, though, the pole position, the man with the most pole position is actually Maxi with 6. He can equal Jonathan Cox's pole position record from back in season 6 there with 7 pole positions. Can Maxi join that record there, which would be absolutely fantastic? It really would, wouldn't it? T. Samiden coming into 20 and 21 now. Then, of course, that is the quarter numbers around here, because this is a fairly new track, isn't it? It's been on the calendar since 2009. And a 36.0 there for T. Sammy. Fantastic stuff. Even on the medium compound tyre there for T. Sammy. So, goodness me. That man is very much on the boat, isn't he? He's going to be the man to beat next season, isn't he, really? Of course, we're having such a strong season. I feel that T. Sammy is going to be definitely the championship favourite going into next season. But look at this man on the screen now. Sprint, I think his improvement has been tenfold, hasn't it? Remember, he is the protege of Vanquish, isn't he? And perhaps he will be the man who'll be vanquishing T. Sammy next season then, as well as Hog there is unfortunate. Violet is time. Fitty is just started up as well. We've got a racing point just coming over the line then. We've also got Ferrari coming in the pits as well. You should be looking at the cars on track rather than on the map there, shouldn't I? Goodness me, I'm trying to do 2 things at once, which is not a shock really to anyone, is it? Here comes car 85. It's Harry. He comes out the follow turn, and he goes at full fast mode in the Renault. Good stuff indeed there for Harry. We've also got Maxi. We've got Maxi and Matt there, the 2 Red Bull drivers. And I've got to say, the Red Bull team have been good this season, haven't they? I feel that Maxi's form at the beginning of the season did really hurt Red Bull in their challenge for the constructors, and also Maxi's challenge for the driver championship. He's a 10th of a second off the pace at the moment of T. Sammy, so that's interesting to say least. Matt goes full fast mode. Remember, Matt's got his own fight as well for the battle for the battle for second position, of course. And really, of course, it's all. I think a lot of drivers would probably say, well, second don't really matter. It's all about fun now. Of course, it does matter, doesn't it? I think it's all about pride, isn't it? Of course, the higher we finish, it's more of a feel-good factor, isn't it? Fizzy then coming through the final couple of turns as well, then, and of course said that we're just on board Fizzy there. I think that's the Abu Dhabi special helmet, isn't it? I think it is indeed. Then, so Fizzy there, right at home with his headwear tonight. Beautiful stuff indeed then. So we're just in a Rizzle Sticks, I think, just to move himself over to a position there in qualifying 2. Rizzle Sticks, hats off to that young man, really doing a very good job indeed. Here comes Fizzy coming over the line. He goes 6 faster than Fizzy is. As it's a very good stuff indeed there for Fizzy. As Dog then out on track mode then, and let's see what he could do there. He is coming through the final 21 as well, and he goes at third fastest as Dog does. And and that's a good. I think that's had a very good season. Well, 2 wins this season. Remember, he had 3 pole positions last season in the first 6 races. He was flying in qualifying. There's a couple of strategy calls last season. I think in Bahrain, where he went for a 2-stop strategy, perhaps, when he should have gone for a 1-stop there. But this season, I think he's really nailed his race trim and his race pace, hasn't he? And that's why he's got the 2 wins. Of course, he won in quick succession as well in Azerbaijan, and of course in Spain. It was 2 very good races there from Aston. Really good stuff indeed. Here comes Roscoe as well, as Roscoe's had a pole position and a win this season, and he's had 5 podiums as well. Roscoe. So as I said earlier on, I'm really looking forward to see what he can do in Zenith next season as well. But I'm also looking forward to seeing what he can do next season as well in IRC. Then really looking forward to. got to say, even though I did say earlier on about T Sammy being the main man for next season in terms of being the favourite, I think there's a lot of contenders and pretenders behind him that could really, is going to really rock the boat, isn't it, for T Sammy next season? So I am very much looking forward to it, as Roscoe's invalidated his time now, so not doing a good job there, Roscoe isn't. So he's going to have to go around again, unfortunately. And just taking a look, then Hog is now going to have to also go around again as well. But he's on an outlap at the moment, so good stuff indeed there from Roscoe. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that is queuing up for T Sammy's crown next season, isn't it? Of course, Maxi really got his head in the game there a bit after a couple of races, after a torrid first half of the season. Then we've also got Matt, who's very consistent, isn't he? Over the season now, and that consistency might pay off later on then. Next season as well. T Sammy has had 14 podiums this season. The next man who's been closest to the podium mark is actually Steve, who has 9 podiums there to his name then. I got to say then that really, I think, and remember, Steve had some very unlucky races earlier on in the season, so looking forward to it. I'm really thinking that Steve, Maxi, T Sammy, those three are going to be the favourites in terms of outright speed, isn't it? But of course, this sometimes Formula One isn't about outright speed, is it? It's also about being good at the the choices there. It's also good at just navigating yourself through the field, and also being good at qualifying as well. There's a package, isn't it? It's not just about being quick on race day or race time as it is, as we have qualifying and the race almost simultaneously then as well, which is absolutely brilliant stuff as well. And I think I said that wrong word there, didn't I? Which is nothing unusual. Of course, if anyone did watch the ZNF stream last night as well, I also completely messed up as well, so apologies to everyone there, as I got 2 Greek drivers it's a Hog there's also messed up as well there, really, but luckily for Hog, it's not as bad as my my error last night. Goodness me, I went as red as that Ferrari. Now as Hog is coming through the final sector as well. Steve is on a lap, then Brown is also on a lap as well. Roscoe's decided to come back in the pits at the moment then, and this qualifying session is, I gotta say, it's been very much about the excitement of next season, really, isn't it? And also just updating you as well, because there's been a lot of news since Brazil last week, and of course the IRC and Abu Dhabi this week, hasn't it? So yeah, I thought I'd fill you in on it as well then, and also giving you a good old plug then for to go and watch the video as well. Anyway then, but of course, before you do that, you gotta watch this one, don't you? And here is Brown as well then. Of course, he was third fast in the end of qualifying one then, and you can see then he was haxling away at that wheel, was he, out turn 17, and here he comes then into turn 20 as well. Oh my goodness me, then you can see that back end is wagging like a tail. They're getting very flighty then. He comes out of the final turn, and then Brown goes full fast. Is on the soft compound tyre here then. So interesting stuff indeed. Of course, qualifying 2 is about if you get into qualifying 3 then from qualifying 2, you must sign the tyres which you set your fastest time on, the exact tyre. So that is the joker in the pack then for this qualifying session. And of course anyone who qualifies in a 11th to 15 is out of qualifying, but they'll be starting the race in those positions then in the when it comes to race time as well then. At the moment, we've got no one. Oh, we have got someone. We've got Timmy, who's on a lap at the moment. And Timmy's season this season, I would say, not being harsh to me, I think he'd be might be a bit disappointed with his season, because I was expecting him to go from strength to strength after a very strong season with the Mercedes last season. But I feel that Timmy has been unlucky in first corner shunts and also just being at the wrong place at the wrong time, Timmy. So I reckon next season, I'm really thinking that Timmy is going to have a strong one, isn't he? He hasn't had no pole positions yet this season, has he, Timmy? Remember, Timmy had a fantastic lap in Canada last season, wasn't it? Goodness me, it blew everyone out of the water. It blew me off my chair. It was brilliant, wasn't it? As I just watching Brian as well. Roscoe's back out on track at the moment, and he is in the drop zone, isn't he? The Toro Rosso drivers. This is the last time in IRC that we're going to see the Toro Rossos in action there before they become the AlphaTauris, which I think is how they pronounce it. That's how Ted Kravitz pronounced it last time I seen Ted Kravitz. So I'm hoping that that's right. Otherwise, I'm going to have a very long season, ain't I? And I struggle to pronounce names at the best of times, isn't it? But I got to say, the cars do look nice, don't they? The AlphaTauri, I wasn't too keen on it at first, but it's starting to grow on me slightly, because I quite like the colour scheme of this Toro Rosso, especially when they first rocked out with it. I think it was 2017, wasn't it, when they first rocked up with this beautiful colour scheme. It's an absolutely fantastic colour scheme. It really is, isn't it? Of course, a car's colour scheme is very important to me because I'm quite shallow sometimes. As we're just watching Roscoe as he is coming into the first sector there, and he's done a 17.2 on those medium tires there. Very close to invalidating his time there, Roscoe is there, but he was inch perfect there as Fizzy there is just cruising down the back straight then. And that reminds me of how we've had like 5 winners in this season. It's been brilliant, doesn't it? Really has as well. Remember that T Sammy has had 9 of those wins as well, hasn't he? So that just shows it. With when these guys reel in T Sammy, that is when it's going to get very interesting. PB is back in the session there. Good stuff indeed there from PB. Of course, he hasn't turned the wheel yet, has he, PB? As he is just chilling out in the pits at the moment then as well. And I hope he's enjoying the stream then. T Sammy's gone out for another bite of the cherry, hasn't he? He is on track at the moment, and so is his teammate Roscoe. T Sammy is on the soft tires here. Then this is quite paramount in terms of the race strategy as well. As you can see, then as the natural light is starting to take over. It's the artificial light starting to take over there as the natural light begins to fade here in Abu Dhabi, as it is a dusk race, isn't it? And as Roscoe comes through turn 90 as well, then of course then, and I got to say, when the cars are under the lights, it is absolutely brilliant stuff. And of course, Singapore is the first ever night race as well, but of course it's more of a dusk race, isn't it, where it starts in the twilight. And a very good I think it's a brilliant idea, is that I wasn't sold on the idea at first out of the night race, but I gotta say I think after the first race in Singapore, and the way that the cars looked, I think I remember watching the I think it's the first time I ever actually watched practice live, actually was in 2008, because it was special on the ITV player or something like that. But if I was back around then, I don't even know how I watched it really, but yeah, I think first practice one in Singapore, the cars looked absolutely beautiful. They really did, didn't they? And I think that ever since then, I really have been sold on the idea of having cars race around the night time, because it looks it feels surreal, doesn't it? It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? The cars look stunning, don't they, under the artificial lights. And here comes T Sammy there with the signature green helmet, and comes into the final turn, and let's see what he can do then as well. And he comes over the line, he goes on fast at the moment. He's in the 49.9 there. He is 0.8 of a second there in front of T Sammy. Wow. Incredible stuff indeed then from T Sammy. Goodness me. Hogg has got up to third fastest there in the Ferrari. Lovely stuff indeed there from Hogg then on the soft tire as well. Matt is just 4,300 second up there in the first sector. Just watching Fizzy, who's on the lap as well, as is Harry and Rizzle Sticks coming through turn 20 as well then. I think he's about to start his lap, actually, Rizzle says. He has done 2 laps on those tires, so Rizzle has. I think he might have got the best out of them, but I do not know, of course, as these tires can be a mystical art, to say the least, can't they? So just watching Fizzy there coming through the final sector as well then, in the very Mickey Mouse section as well. This sector is just pointed squirt, isn't it, really? And let's see what Fizzy could do then on this final sector as well. He's given turn 19, which can be very perilous at times, can't it? Very wide berth indeed then. As Steve's gone fastest there, he's done a 44.8 then. Fizzy's got over the line then, but that's okay. He is 7 faster there on the Alfa Romeo, or in the Alfa Romeo, I should say, as here comes Matt, and he comes over the grid hatches. He is 4 fastest there in the second Red Bull as well. The checkered flag has fallen here in qualifying. Woody is out of qualifying. Unfortunately, Rizzle Sticks is out there as well. Harry is through the final turn. Harry, oh goodness me there, as he's gone to a different time zone. He is 9th fast mode. Aston is on the cusp, isn't he? Oh goodness me, that's going to be a huge scalp, isn't it? Here comes sprint then. Of course, the winner of 2 awards, isn't he? He is absolutely sky high, isn't he, sprinters? And let's see what he can do then. Can he sprint to the line then? Can he knock Asdog out of qualifying? Qualified 2 then. Goodness me, that's a big old scalp, isn't it, to knock out? And here he comes out of the final turn then. Sprinted to the line. He is 3rd fastest. Asdog is out of qualifying. And that is a huge shock indeed then. Rizzle Sticks is invalidated this time, and he will start 14th in the race, coming up in a jiffy. So that's unfortunate there for Rizzle Sticks then. And I think he's just finishing off his lap as well then. So everyone then, that is the end of qualifying 2 then, and everyone who has finished that lap knows their destination. They know whether they're in or out there. Unfortunately, we have lost the guys that are out then, and we have lost in this qualifying session is Asdog, Brown, Woody, and Rizzle Sticks, all out of qualifying then, and that is a big old shame indeed then, isn't it? So, but don't worry, we'll see them in the race in the not too distant future as well. Of course, the race the race starts about 15 minutes away, everyone. So make sure you got your time watches set, or your stop watches set, then, because that is, if anyone actually owns a stopwatch anymore, probably more of your Apple watch or something like that, or maybe you just use a phone these days. It's fitted there, just coming around the back there as well. And I thought that as I'm not sure if that's Harry's AI or not, but I was getting very concerned there. Is it Harry? Because remember, the AI just don't seem to know how to drive, really, do they? And we've seen before where Harry's AI has where an AI has crashed and ruined the dreams of a couple of drivers before, haven't they? As Fizzy is just coming in the pits then, and we're now getting ready for it, qualifying free in just a few moments time as well then. So that is the question I got now is who's going to be on pole position then for the Bahrain Grand Prix. I'm kind of in the correct facility in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix then. Can Maxi get 7 pole positions this season? Can Steve equal the most pole positions this season and get 6? That is what is the duel is going to be. Can T. Sammy get his 5th pole position this season? If he's had an Achilles heel this season, it's been qualifying, but my goodness me, it's not stopped him in the races, has it? What about Matt? Can he get his 4th pole position this season? Can he get his 4th pole position? And what about Roscoe as well? Also on 1 pole position as well then. So as just taking a quick stock of who is on what tyres in the beginning of the race then. Well, we've only got 2 men on the medium compound tyres there, which is Maxi and Roscoe there. Interesting stuff indeed then, isn't it? Everyone else is on the soft compound tyres, and they'll be starting that's when they'll be starting the race on then. Out qualifying then, Snap, Rizzlesticks, Woody, Brown and Asdog all out qualifying there, and Woody and Asdog didn't set their quickest times in qualifying too, I don't believe, as they was on the medium compound tyres then, so there's more in the locker there, but unfortunately they didn't make it through then, and they are out of qualifying too then, and that's unfortunate, isn't it? But don't worry about that, they'll be back in action in the not too distant future then, as we're now going to go into qualifying 3 then. And I thought it was raining outside, actually. Gosh, I thought it was heavy old rain as well. I think it's someone just watering their garden there, isn't it? Anyway, now we're getting into qualifying 3 then. We've got 12 minutes to go then. And this is going to be good stuff indeed then, isn't it? So, as I said, we just listed on who is going to be on pole, who's been on pole position this season. We might even get a new pole, sir. Can Fizzy break his ducks? What about Hog? We can even have Timmy there, who hasn't been on pole position since Canada last season. Harry and Sprint will also be in the mix as well then. It is very much up in the air, folks. So I got to say, it's whoever picks the right driver here tonight, then I'm going to ask you for the lottery numbers as well, because goodness me, because you're going to be you're going to be like Mystic Meg, I think. Then absolutely good stuff indeed. Then so McLaren are out, Mercedes are out as well. Then here we go then, and we got some hard tires on Fizzy's car at the moment there. So that's a interesting ploy there from Fizzy. We'll see. I think I'm wondering then if he might just be throwing his rivals in a false sense of security. And just a bit of gamesmanship going on then. Matt is retired then, as he has got a qualifying free ban as for his misdemeanor in Brazil then, and there was a big old shunt there, wasn't there, down into Lake Descent there, which I hope it's called Lake Descent then. I hope it is, actually, because I have a horrible feeling it probably ain't called Lake Descent, is it? Anyway then, as we're just watching, see then who is going very viciously left and right there. Goodness me, I'll be very dizzy. And everyone is out of the garage just now, apart from Hog then at the moment, and I wonder if Hog hasn't got any I've only got 1 set of tires there as well, and for some reason I was pressing triangle there to activate DRS for Steve, and Steve can deactivate his DRS, can activate his DRS on his own there, can he? He doesn't need me to be trying to do that, does he? And now Steven, he's knocked over the bollards there as he's just trying to get himself warmed up and ready to go. And we got Hog out there as well. We got everyone on track apart from Matt. And so as Matt is now going to be a spectator like me then, with 10 minutes to go in this quali session then, as we're just now watching. We're just now watching Steven as he comes through the final couple of corners then, and he is going to be going in just a few moments time then. So then this is going to get very tasty indeed, isn't it, really? So here we go then, as he goes over the grid hatches out, and he starts his lap then, and let's see what he can do then. He goes into turn 1 as well. Let's go on board with Steve, shall we? Because this is going to be an adventure of a lap, isn't it? And he look at him and flying through turn 3 can be very perilous, can't it? Cannot run too wide quick there. Otherwise you could be going in the scene of the accident there, can't you? Really, and it's a bigger accident as well. If you go in there, you're almost likely not coming back out. Of course, that was unfortunately then that's really will curtail your event, really, won't it? Steeder coming down the back straight as well, and let's see what he could do. Let's see what he could do then, and you can see. Let's see where he's braking. Just before the 100-meter board, brilliant stuff indeed there from Fizzy, from Steelers. Fantastic stuff indeed. I'm all over the place at the moment, aren't I? Goodness me. I figure it's good job it's there in the season. I'm facing a burnout here, ain't I? Gosh. We've already had a bit of a hot May, haven't we? And I'm not looking forward to June or July. Well, I think we're already in July, aren't we? No, we aren't. We're in June. I don't even know where we are this year. It could be a bit of a write-off for me. Goodness me. I don't know where I am. Gosh. That doesn't bode well for Friday tomorrow, does it? Because that's usually when I'm really on party mood there. Anyway, then we're just watching Steve then, as I was meant to be talking over this lap really, but unfortunately I've completely ruined that. Which Steve probably doesn't mind, to be fair, because I think all he cares about is trying to get on pole position then for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Then can he get to his 6th pole position of the season then, as he comes through the final turn then? Here he goes then, he is on the money. And it is pole position won by 35-1 there from Steve. Let's see what he can do about that then. As T Sammy has just started us up as well. I know he's going to go around then. Timmy's gone second fast mode, and he's 6/10 of a second away from Steve there, because Sprint has gone second fast mode. Lovely stuff there from Sprint. And Maxi has gone second fast mode. He's a bit off the pace at the moment, isn't he? Maxi is from probably where he'd like to be. Fizzy is on the hardest compounded tyre. He's on the hard tyre. He comes over the line then, and he goes 5th fastest. Lovely stuff indeed. And Hog is just to finish this up then. Roscoe goes over the line. He goes at 5th fastest. Good stuff indeed then. Harry there is also coming up to turn 20 and 21 in the Renault. And let's see what he can do then as he comes into 21 then. Accelerate away, lovely stuff indeed. Then finish line. It's a bit further forward than what you want it to be every time, isn't it? Hog there is who's on a taking a couple of bites of the cherry there, isn't he? Coming out of turn 19 there. We have no crash in the wall at turn 19 yet. That's absolutely brilliant stuff, isn't it? Fantastic stuff indeed then. Hog coming out of the final turn as well. Yellow flags is fluttering in too. Don't worry about that. Hog goes 7 fast mode. T Sammy there. Here he is then. And now let's see what he can do then, as he is now on his way. And he is in the final sector as well then. Here he comes. He's almost out of deployment there, isn't he? Of course, look at the ERS there. It's almost down to 0 there, isn't it, for T Simon then. But he is on course then at the moment, and he is still on it then. And let's see then, he's got about 10 seconds there. Stig is in the pits at the moment now. He is currently on course to get 7 pole positions out of the season. Is T Simon about to rain on his parade? Not quite there. That's a bit of a horror show for that there for T Simon. He's half a second down there on Steve's time, and he's only on the second row of the grid there for the champion. Goodness me. So T Simon has got a lot of time to find in the second lap as well. But I feel that there is time in that car for T Sammy, and so we'll just find out if he can extract it from the car then in the extracted from the car then on his second time of asking then. And very good stuff indeed then. Maxi is going for another lap at the moment then, so here we go. We're on board Maxi now then. No, he's now dropping. He's now finished this lap then, but he's in second position at the moment then, on the front row of the grid there with him and Steve at the moment. Good stuff indeed then. As I think then that's the first round of qualifying done then. And of course we expect, because we've only 12 minutes in the session then, I think we expect everyone to have 2 runs then at pole position at the moment. It's Steve's on pole position by 3/10 of a second at the moment then. Lovely stuff indeed then. As into the pits then it comes Hog then, and he's just in the pits then for Ferrari at the moment. Of course Ferrari have got some battling to do, haven't they, in terms of whether they're going to finish in front of Renault in the Constructors Championship there, which I gotta say I'm really looking forward to. Really, I remember what Matt said last night there. Matt said that the Constructors is more important than the drivers. That's a very interesting thing for a driver to say, isn't it? It's a very unusual thing for a driver to say as well, isn't it? Of course, these drivers are quite selfish, isn't it? All they want to be is the World Drivers' Championship, don't they? But of course, the Constructors is where the money is, isn't it? Really? But yeah, of course, it's a very Very interesting statement to make there. So it just shows how important a constructors can be, isn't it? I was just watching Timmy going down the back straight as well in the McLaren, and he's just on an outlap at the moment then as well then, and you can see then he's just coming down at the moment, and he's not doing any harvesting at the moment. Of course, this is the point where he has to prepare the car and make sure that those tires are at the temperature, make sure the engine is at peak performance as well, and making sure that those brakes are also at a high enough temperature to get some grip on those pads there, isn't it? And so that is what he's doing at the moment there. Timmy is at the moment. I keep calling him T Sammy there, don't I? Goodness me. I suppose they both begin with a T, don't they? Really. So I got the first syllable there or thereabouts, didn't I? And you can see now as the day has ended, we're into the night time now here in Abu Dhabi, and this is where we're going to find out who has got the rhythm of the night then. And of course, there's also a lovely old 80s throwback there as well. Well, that's the unless someone's made a cover of it, I don't know. Anyway then, but Timmy there is coming through the final turn, and now let's go on board with Timmy. He's currently 5th position there in the qualifying running order then, over the grid hatches there. He is now starting this lap now then. Let's go on board with him into turn 1 there. It's a curious turn where there is a left-hander, 90 degree. No, not too special there, is it? Timmy does not go over the curb too much there, taking a lot of curb in turn 2 there. Now for a turn 3, they're keeping it very wide there from that slippery turn 3 there, isn't it? Breaking then into turn 4 then, and that's the first sector. He's 100th of a second off his personal best at the moment then. And Ferrari World is just over the back of that grandstand, which apparently has the fastest roller coaster in the world, or it did have back in 2010 then. I might have to check my facts there as well. DRS is available on this back straight. There's 2 DRS zones around this circuit there, and Timmy is in the first DRS zone as well. Break it down just before the 100-meter board. Incredible stuff. The brake horsepower on these cars is absolutely sublime, isn't it? DRS is available now, and there's 2 detection zones there on this circuit, and of course one is just coming into that long back straight, and it's just after the chicane is the second one as well. Again, break down. Of course, you don't want to go too wide into that corner there. So a lot of drivers do that, don't they? But if you go too wide, then of course there's a track extension as well. Into the final sector now. Then this is the Mickey Mouse section, and as I said, it's about point and squirt here for Timmy. Then he flies into turn 16, I believe it is. I get these numbers corners very mixed up indeed. Under the beautiful hotel, which of course is one of the things on my bucket list there to stay there if I ever win the lottery or anything like that, which is very unlikely. Into 20 then, and Timmy there is out of deployment then. He's out of deployment then for this lap then, over the start finish side now. He is 5th fast, and he's 1100 seconds down then. He is very much at the limit there, isn't he? Timmy is in, he's 5th fastest then. Has he got enough in the bank there to go again? Well, T Sammy has, and he's 3600 second up then in his first sector time as well. Harry is 9100 second down there. Fizzy is on the back straight as well, and let's stay with Hog for the moment then, as Hog is the furthest man round at the moment then. Going into the chicane as well, and not taking too much curb there. Hog was not greedy, and I might have to, and he's a man that I might have to take after there, as I'm a very greedy man indeed there, as I'm usually always the man who pinches the last cookie. As Hog comes into the final sector as well then. Let's see what I can do. And once again, Hog is doing a good job of harvesting, isn't he, Hog? Look at us, look at the throttle input going up and down there, as he is tickling. Oh no, that's why he spun it there. I was looking at the throttle input, and I'm sorry, as Hog there, unfortunately, they were spinning there, and it took me a while to even fathom that out then. And now then, coming through the final turn, and we see the man who is currently on the pole position, provisional pole position, see that he started that now with a minute to go. Harry goes for 2/10 second better, but unfortunately there hasn't improved too much then. What about T Sammy? T Sammy then, his first lap was was okay, but nothing special. And his second lap is special. It's on pole position there by 100th of a second. Fantastic 17 then. Fitzy has gone 5th fast there in his second time around, 2.5 seconds. Well, more than 2.5 seconds up there on his previous best. Lovely stuff indeed then. Roscoe has started this up as well. Lovely shot here from Roscoe. Timmy is gone for broke there, but he's 3/10 of a second down then, and he had a much better final second, but he's 6.76 at the moment now. Timmy is then Sprint who's currently in fourth position now. Oh goodness me, now look at the understeer on that Mercedes. I thought Mercedes just didn't want to turn, did it? But he has to, but hopefully he'll be turning now then. Lovely helmet there from the Sprint. Lovely stuff indeed then. And now then as he comes into the final part of the lap as well then. Let's see how smooth and tight he is then out of turn 19. And I've got to say these drivers being very respectful at turn 19 tonight. I've got to say very impressive indeed then. Hogg and Matt have finished their laps and Matt of course getting a Q3 band. Hogg has finished then. Here comes Sprint then out of the final turn. Sprint is in full fast and in for the Mercedes then. Good stuff indeed then. Steve has got a balance. He's got to find 100 for a second around this course, around this 21 turn course. It sounds easy, doesn't it? My goodness me, these guys are just looking for hundreds of thousands of a second through each turn as well. Steve then into turn 21 as well then. Let's see what he can do then. It's a 35.173 he wants. It is pole position for Steve. That's his 6th pole position of the season. Impeccable stuff indeed then. Harry is in the pits and so Harry is done tonight then. We've also got T. Sammy. I think he's going for it again then. He needs a 34.7. Is that enough? It's not enough for him. Goodness me, so close there. So close indeed. Maxi is at 4700 a second up there. He's gone wide there. Oh, he's got a snubber oversteer. And he gained a 10 for the second, but it just wasn't enough then. Fizzy is coming into the pits as well. Timmy is going for 4 times the charm there in the McLaren through the final turn. Timmy has to see going to improve then. Not quite there. That is the end of qualifying 3 and fantastic stuff from Steve as he has taken his 6th pole position of the season there, and that is and both Max and Steve have been on pole position 6 times this season. That is over half the times they've been on pole position. Fantastic stuff from both drivers there. Really good stuff indeed then. Sorry, adjusting me headset there because it kept falling off there as my hair's gone a bit greasy as I'm already sweaty. Anyway then, we are now going into the race itself then, but good stuff indeed then as Timmy is just doing his cool down lap out the motor. He is 6th fast in the end then, and I think that's still a good position to be in. Timmy can do a lot of damage from there, can't he? And I think that the front runners have definitely got to be looking over their shoulder, don't they? Talking of over their shoulder, that's a lovely over their shoulder shot there from Timmy as well. Lovely stuff indeed then. So that's the end of qualifying. 88 hundredths of a second separates D and T, Sammy there. Goodness gracious me. Oh god, that is incredibly close, isn't it? And Maxi 6 tenths of a second off there in third position there. It was a qualifying session about 2 men in the end, 2 men. And that was T, Sammy and Steve then. Sprint in 4th position with Fizzy 5th, Timmy in 6th there, Roscoe 7th, Harry 8th, Hogg in 9th, and Matt is in 10th position then. And now then, as the clock ticks down then, as we are now into the final countdown before the final race of season 7 of IRC gets underway then as well then. And I gotta say that was a brilliant qualifying session as well. Good stuff indeed then, and they capped it off absolutely splendidly well, didn't they? And what else did you expect really? Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed then. Right then, as we're now getting into the race itself then, I am really looking forward to this one. This one's going to be absolutely fantastic. It's going to be a festival, isn't it? A festival to finish off and finish off this brilliant season indeed then, isn't it? So as you can see then, the drivers are getting themselves ready, and so am I as well. So I'm starting to prepare myself then. I'm in the correct position, which is good stuff indeed there. And of course it's all about position there, and of course this is going to be great stuff indeed. And so who is going to be on who's going to be the man then that wins the final race set of the IRC Super season then as well. I gotta say, it could be anyone really, couldn't it? So we're looking forward to this one indeed then. Rightio then. As now then, as we are getting set then for the final race then. 21 out of 21 here. This is gonna be good indeed then. And Jan van den Brink said, "Evening guys, let's have a great race. Let's enjoy them." Yes, as I said, it's a celebration for the end of season here, an end of season party. It is indeed, isn't it? Here we go then. And as you can see, we're just waiting for the drivers then, and we should be get cracking in just a few moments then. As I said in qualifying then, 6-6 in terms of pole position between Maxi and Steve then, and they were 1 away from Jonathan Cox in the end, weren't they? So close yet so far as well then. As we got Lee Valentine saying, "Good luck, Rizzy." As currently Rizzy is starting, Rizzle is starting in 14th position there indeed then. Good stuff indeed. As we've also got Dan Murphy giving me a good old, I think, is that a high high five for a wavy hand there. I'm going to give him a wavy hand back there. Lovely stuff indeed there. As so then here we go then for the start of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. As once again my antivirus keeps saying I need to update it. Yes, I will update it when I can be bothered. Right then, of course, do not follow suit with me, my guys, then, because yeah, you should always have your antivirus up to date. And T Sandwich just said the game is stuck. And that's not good indeed then. And as Dan's also said, those subtitles are annoying. They really are. I need to turn them off, to be honest, don't I? It's because they don't even read properly what I'm saying, which I think is an absolute outrage. It really is then. It's great to have all your company here tonight, though. It really is indeed then. And I'd like to hear your opinion as well, as I got to say, we got a tense race ahead of us, and we got to just, as I am actually clenching myself, ready to get going, but I got to say, I'm getting cramped for clenching so hard. I think I'm going to have to relax, because I think that we just got a slight delay here before we get going as well. As Dan has said, it was a wave. Good stuff indeed then. Right then, yeah, so we've got a bit of an anticlimactic start here, which basically is the story of my life, really, isn't it? Very anticlimactic, isn't it? As I've knocked my headset off the old head as well. Right then, we'll almost be there in a minute. So unfortunately for you guys, I can actually have a natter now and just talk about things that interest me, which of course is Formula 1. It's absolutely good stuff indeed then. Frank Meader said, come on, Fizzy! Good stuff indeed then. As Dan Murphy just said, the subtitles don't speak Forest. And that's what she said as well. Anyway, enough about this banter. I've had enough of the banter for one season. Let's get on with the race, shall we? Well, hopefully we will a bit. PBSF for session then. We're just waiting to see what's going on. I'm going to make sure that I haven't had a message, which I might have done. But we'll be, as I'm just waiting for it right now then. I'm just making sure that I haven't had a message then, as we'll hopefully be getting going in just a few moments of time as well then, as all the drivers there are actually sat in their cars waiting to get going. Really is indeed then, as Fizzy has just said then, it's like the ITV coverage, isn't it? Full 55 minutes before getting going as well then. So we've also got a couple of guys then just in the comments there, Dan saying there, it's, oh goodness me, someone's got a big old exhaust outside. So we've got Dan saying I'm the Archbishop of Banterbury as well, and Andy asking, is Gunnar racing tonight? No, he's not. No, he's not. This is the IRC. This is. I think Gunnar did have a spell. I think he won it. I think he scored a point in Canada, didn't he? Gunnar did, but unfortunately, in his one and only appearance here today, we've just had Sprint saying we're stuck on the grid there. We've also got Ross saying that the season has crashed. Then, sorry, the session has crashed then as well, hasn't it? Anyway, as we're hopefully going to be ready to go in a minute, aren't we? So yeah. Anyway then, so yeah, how's everyone's day been? Mine's been alright. I've been working from home today, really, so I've really enjoyed myself. I've had a whole pack of Haribo, and I feel really bloated at the moment. So yeah, this is really not a good thing to do, is it? I mean, I know all I do is sit on my backside and just talk about rubbish, but yeah. So, but I've got to say, I get too worked up doing this. I really do indeed. Then, as Andy just said, he's not a fan of Arsenal, is he? Being a Tottenham fan, and Arsenal lost actually the other day, didn't they? I think 3-2 against Brentford. I'll also rub that in as well for the Arsenal fans watching out there as well. So yep, yeah, I'm proper in banter mode tonight. I really am. Then, as yeah, some drivers just reporting, yep, they're still stuck at the moment. Then this is a very this is a good old build up, isn't there? As Fizzy said, it's a bit old like ITV, is there? Remember the good old of even like Sky Sports F1, they have an hour and a half build up these days, don't they? Goodness me, really good stuff indeed then. Yeah, just I'll keep you guys up to date in just a few moments there. I think some of the drivers are asking for a restart. We are just waiting for the admins to give us the nod, and then we'll be going from there. So all the guys are leaving the session now. I've got to make sure that I have I have got a notification. Oh, it's from someone else. Yeah, so I think that's one of my Call of Duty buddies. Anyway then, but yeah, we'll hopefully be get going. Oh, everyone's got ticks now, so I think we're starting a new lobby, and then we'll be getting going in just a few moments. Sorry guys, for the delay there, but hopefully we won't be too far away then. Yeah, no, of course. Luckily for us, all the sports are now starting to come back up as well. And I think it's the 17th of June, isn't it? That football's back. Absolutely brilliant stuff. It really is, isn't it? And of course, Formula One back on the 5th of July as well. Thank the heavens there. I've got to say, I'm not sure what I've been able to do with my life in the old on Sundays. Goodness me, there. I got to say, it's been a very difficult Sunday indeed. Then, and the same with football as well. It's ironic how the one season that Liverpool's going to win the league, or hopefully win the league, touch wood, there's a pandemic in the world, isn't it? It's really ironic, isn't it, to say the least there. Anyway then, yep, I'm just waiting for a notification, and then we'll be back up in just a few moments time anyway. And yeah, and also I think I've just read something that the pubs are opening on the 22nd of June as well, and they apparently well, the beer gardens are. I know that is good stuff for me. Really is there. It's, well, I'm not sure if it is actually good for me, is it? Because I could say that I've almost been teetotal for most of this lockdown, which is absolutely brilliant stuff indeed then. Ross has just said it's a restart. Good stuff indeed then. Andy has asked for his money back as well then, as so he is a very disgruntled young man over there, isn't he? As we are still on the grid at the moment, and as I think that Rizzle there, who is just got going as well then, and yep, we won't be too long as well. Apologies as the blue screen keeps coming up, guys. It's just because I'm just having a look to make sure that I haven't had a notification yet. I might not even get invited, to be honest. I might just be talking a load of rubbish for the next hour and a half, which is a lot of people are just screwing at telly's like no. Anyway then, but yeah, we won't be long, and we'll be getting going in just a jiffy as well then. Just a reminder tonight, this is the final race of the season, as we got a Haas pointed backwards there, and I think that's double, is it? It is double indeed, and so double obviously wants to go around the track the wrong way. Then as Russell Six has also been disqualified as well from the session indeed, as Andy has just said nothing new there. Ouch. So yeah, I do speak rubbish all the time, really. As yeah, we are going to get going as well. We're losing cars left, right, and centre, aren't we? Goodness me. But I still have a notification out there, so I think I'm not allowed back. I think they just don't want me there, do they? I reckon they found someone else to talk, haven't they? Gosh, I'm not surprised, to be honest. I don't think I add to any entertainment at all, really. All I'm doing is natural along as well. But I'm thankful for everyone that is still with us, and we have got a race car on track at the moment. But that is double, of course, one of the most experienced men in IRC history, of course. As he has been here from the get-go, as the double has, and I think that he's been one of the drivers that I feel that would be did struggle this season compared to last season. He was fantastic last season, he really was, wasn't he? And nope, now I've got an invitation, and now we're ready to go then, everyone. And you also see my beautiful menu as well, which is also pink as well, because yep, that's my favourite colour. All right, enough with the useless facts. Now we are now going to join the session and get going as well. And let's make sure I'm in spectate. And you can see then we've got the track map on the screen right now, everyone. Then so it's 21 turns around Yas Island. Of course, this facility was was first raced on back in 2009. Goodness me, goodness me. And Andy has said it's got dark very quick. Then, of course, that is. I think that's probably because you've shut your eyes. But yeah, of course, there is a night. This is a night race as well. Or it's actually a dust race, isn't it? Bahrain in this race is the 2 dust race on the calendar, and of course we have Singapore, which is a night race as well. Then, as Andy just blinked. Then, of course, so Andy, of course, I don't think he is a Formula One fan as such. He's a hardcore Tottenham fan. I think he's only in here really just to really banter me really. Anyway then, but yeah, we've got 21 turns around this 3.4 mile circuit, and this is going to get very interesting indeed, isn't it? Of course, the track difficulty is classed as easy around here, which it's like Monza. It's easy if you go slow, really is. But of course, you can't go slow. If you go slow around here, you're going to lose so much time indeed. Then, Jan van den Brink has just said it's a great track. Good luck, guys, then, and it's great to have your company, Jan. There is, I think you've been waiting the longest, haven't you, for the final round then of IRC Super. Then, of course, the final round of season 7 has been an absolutely tremendous season, hasn't it? Record breaking second as well for T Simon. They're going for his for his 10th race win of the season. That'll be his 15th podium as well. He hasn't got a DNF at all in this season, has he? And he's only failed to score once, which is back in the Hungarian Grand Prix, which is absolutely fantastic stuff indeed, isn't it? The same for Matt as well. Matt has not finished, has not DNF'd a race either. And the only race he didn't score points in was at Silverstone, and of course Russia, Russia and Brazil as well. So brilliant stuff indeed there for brilliant stuff indeed there for the guys there. And as Andy is saying, he's keeping me on my toes there. And of course, I try to stay off my toes, to be honest, because I'm quite a lazy bugger. Anyway, then we're about to get into this session in just a few moments then. And yes, we'll be going in just a few moments. Jan has just said, let's go, let's race her. Yes, Sean, yes indeed then. And really good stuff in this race. And of course, I think it's just that we like to build up the tension here in IRC. Then of course we will be getting going in just a few minutes. I think we got 28 laps around here. It's a long, tough race. This is to finish off the season. It really is there. And the track there hasn't really got much in terms of undulation, has it? Really, the only and one of the unique features about this, of course, going under the turn one, and which is like a bit of a tunnel, really, isn't it? So good stuff, then. It's great to have all you along with us as well. It really is. We've got 4 guys watching on Facebook at the moment. 4 guys and girls, I apologise. I've also got 12 viewers on Facebook as well. Good stuff indeed, everyone. It's great to have you. It's great to have you along for the ride then. And now then, the time is ticking down. Then we'll be going into the race in just a few moments then, which is slightly longer than normal, isn't it? Really. To us, I should have taken that chance there to just promote next season. Really, of course, we have to spoke about next season. It's going to be a random calendar next season, but we are starting off down under in the Australian Grand Prix before finishing in the desert of Abu Dhabi. The desert of Bahrain. Brilliant stuff indeed then. And we have got some interesting teammates as well, haven't we, to say as well. So good stuff then. Good stuff indeed then. You can see a lovely shot of turn 1 there as well. Of course, the 90-degree left angle there, isn't it? And of course, that's where I want to be. I would love to be in that hotel one day when I win the lottery, or if I get lucky on these old scratch cards as well, which I gotta say, scratch cards in Monster is what I've been living off in this lockdown, which has not been very good at all, really, has it? So there you go. But I suppose it could be worse. It could be worse, couldn't it? Right then, well, take 2 it is now. Then you can see then there's the nose cones already in the pit lane, then just in case anyone damages their front wings. And we have also and we've got the cars that are out on track right now then, so all the garages are empty. 20 cars around this circuit indeed then. And yeah, getting ready to get raced as well. We'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions on who is going to do well in this season. And as we say then, T Sammy been a record breaker this year, hasn't he? He's definitely followed in the footsteps of the likes of Vanquish, in the likes of Co-Andy, in the likes of Not That Bad as well. Some historic races, and of course Knowlesy as well, our season 5 champion, and of course had an incredible second half of the year, didn't he, back in season 5, which is my first season of a league racing as well. And that was also the season where everyone realised that I'm rubbish behind the steering wheel as well. So when I've been I would say promoted to the commentary box, I have to always of course always look at the glass half full kind of thing then. Right then, good, well done for your patience, everyone there. Of course, this is you're going to be rewarded for your patience as well. We've got 20 cars around this circuit, 28 laps, and we're on the formation lap at the moment then. So this is the lap before the race starts then. So this is where the drivers get their tyres up to temperature to make sure that their brakes are also optimum temperature as well, making sure that everything is as warm as it can be, but not overheating as well. These are guys that are now the fastest heat engineers in the world now, as they have got to control, manage the heat, isn't it, and make sure they don't get any heat soak into those tyres and brakes then as well. Let's go through the grid, shall we, from front to back then, from pole position then to 20 from the grid then, as Sean as Stephen has just started to tune in. Late, yes, we are a bit late as we had a bit of a delay in proceedings then, as Someone broke the session as well. I'm not going to name any names, but I do. I think I have my buddy. I think it was on Steve, to be honest, wasn't it? He probably wanted the points from qualifying. Of course he doesn't. I think that C is in a good chance of winning here tonight, isn't he? It's going to be a great battle between C and T Sammy. Yes, the grid then, and it is Steve who's on pole position the 6th time this season. Brilliant stuff. And alongside him is our champion T Sammy, as someone has just got off in over the beautiful painted tarmac area. Maxi in 3rd position. He's also on 6th pole position this season. The spores have been shared out for those two in terms of pole positions there. In 4th position is Sprint, and the most improved and cleanest driver voted by his peers. Fantastic. Fizzy, the moment of the season, in 5th position there. Timmy in 6th position. Roscoe in 7th. Harry is in 8th position, and Hogg is in 9th position. Matt in 10th position after that qualifying ban as well. 11th position there is Asdog. He's on fresh tyres. He can pick his tyres. He's in 11th position. Brown is in 12th position. He's on the soft tyres. Watch him launch off the line. 13th position is Woody. 14th is Rizzle Sticks. This is only his 3rd start in IRC. I wonder if he's going to be nervous. And Snap has decided not to start the formation lap. Is in 15th position. Sven there, he needs some points. He's in 16th position there. Penny in 17th position. Double is 18th. JJ is 19th, and PB completes the running order then. For 28 laps around here. Medium tyres for Maxi and for and he's the only man on medium tyres in the top 10 then. Of course, they have to start on the tyres which they set the fastest times on as well. Right then, we're just waiting for those magical 5 red lights to come on then. And there they are then. Here we go. We've got 3, we've got 4, we've got 5. There's a pause, and we are go! And Steve has gone away beautifully well. Actually, he's had a fantastic start then, but so is Alfa Romeo, but he's broke so much early. That's Fizzy there. And Timmy Sammy is in 2nd position. Maxi is 3rd. Fizzy is in 4th position. We've got a yellow flag. One of the Mercedes has come off, I think. And now then, as we go a virtual safety car, there's some collisions at the back then. What has occurred? It says Sven there, and Asdog is dropped right down 9 positions there as well. Oh goodness me then. Is there any damage on the wings? Oh, Sven has decided to set a new trend there. He's lost both end plates there on his Alfa Romeo then. So we've got a virtual safety car then. Of course, that was a bit of an anticlimactic start, wasn't it? We was expecting to be all 4 beans there, but unfortunately we didn't there, did we? We was 4 beans for about 3 seconds there, wasn't we, before they had to oh, now we're back racing. We're green again, and they're all coming down there into turn 10 then, and T Sammy is having a look then, but just showing the nose cone then. And now we got Maxi in 3rd position. Fizzy's all over the back of Maxi. He's on those soft tires, isn't he? He needs to make hay whilst the sun is shining, and no DRS yet then. Of course, that is the drag reduction system there, where the letterbox opens, doesn't it, on the back of the rear wing. Of course, it's like a little hand that pushes you forward. Fizzy's on the inside there. Maxi there, slamming the door shut there. And of course, he's got every right to do so, hasn't he? So they come through the Mickey Mouse chicane then. 3 tenths of a second separates Maxi and Fizzy at the moment there. As Asdog has moved up to 90th position. Well, look at them. Lionel Stern then. They're coming into the final part of the course as well. This is a point and squirt part of the lap then as well. And coming into the hotel. Steve leads T Sammy 2nd. Maxi in 3rd position. Expect those 3 to be battling away there in the next season as well. JJ has had a problem there. Oh goodness me, he's had a very big old problem there. That's where I think it was Nico Rosberg in the rain car came to blows in 2012, wasn't it? Something like that. That one completed. Look at the gap there. It's Steve who's 8 tenths of second in front of T Sammy who's 2nd, and second and a half back is Maxi. Maxi's really got to find his feet quickly, doesn't he? He is dropping back fairly rapidly, isn't he? Roscoe's moved up 2 positions. He is up into 5th. Oh my goodness me there. He had a swap on there. He had to control the car, didn't he? Control the car. Otherwise, he was going into the scene of the accident as well. He has dropped down into 7th position as well. Oh, is he back up into 6th position? Sprinter him and going nose to going wheel to wheel, isn't he? And they're coming out of turn 5 before they come over the curves as well. As Stephen has just said, woeful JJ. JJ unfortunately is in the pits. So we've got 4 cars in the pits at the moment. Then it's Rizzles, it's Sven, Snap, and JJ. Sprint is actually sprinted down the back straight as well. We're on board Sprint there. Hoggo just to go in front of him there. And now he's going to go up the inside. A lovely overtaking there from car 93 and the Mercedes then going over the curve. And is Hogg going to try and come back at him? No DRSs in the race just yet then. And they're coming down the back straight once again. Indeed then. And oh, it's a Hog Dennis now on the back of the Mercedes. And look at this thing sneaking up the inside. That's an appalling camera shot. Oh my goodness me, that Hog was getting squeezed there. And he had to take evasive action there. Goodness me. And look at him climbing all over the curbs there as well. And bouncing over those curbs. And look at the wings there shake there. Remember, you could stand on the front of these wings and they won't break. Goodness me there. But that is the force of that going over these sawtooth curbs. There's a lovely shot here from the steering wheel. Fantastic stuff indeed then. And from Hog then you can see, look at the data. It's on those steering wheels. Goodness me, they have to not only be fast drivers, they also have to be rocket scientists as well, just to drive these machines. As Harry in ninth position, DR has been enabled. Sammy has now decided to start to reel in Steve as well. That is going to be an interesting one to watch, isn't it? Looking forward to this one. This is going to be a battle royale in the desert then, here in Abu Dhabi then. Of course, the final race of the season then. I keep saying it because I have to pinch myself as the season has gone by so quickly, hasn't it? On board then with Brown at the moment, and he is the tail ender of this. Oh no, we've got Timmy off. Timmy is off the track there, and that's the perilous turn 3. He's damaged the wing now on the McLaren, and that is not good at all. Brown has gone in very deep there as oh goodness me, Brown's got a problem there. I'm not sure why Brown is slowing down, and Woody is on the outside. Remember, there is a mighty scrap there for the 7th place in the Constructors' Championship, which needs to be decided here today, as Timmy there is, oh goodness me then, and Timmy there is struggling there. He has damaged the wings there. He's going to have to come in the pits there. His wings have definitely been clipped there, haven't they? Hog is dropping down into 8th position as well as Harry's up the inside. That's contact. Matt has damaged the car. He has got end plate damage. Timmy is not giving up there, but Hog is on the inside. Oh goodness me, we've got 2 Williamses there. Once again, PB, who is not really keen on the qualifying, as JJ has gone off again. I think he's had a problem in the McLaren there, hasn't he? And I wonder if he's got his setup wrong, then he's struggling in turn 3 there. And I think he's still in the race. I love the shot here from the nose cone here of PB. Look at that diffuser. That's a beautiful diffuser there from the McLaren there of Timmy there. Work of art there. Work of art indeed then. And then they're coming into the final stage of the lap as well then. And Timmy there is sorry, you chose a really long time to take a breath there, and they're now coming into a turn 60. It's like the McLaren's gone wide there, but he has the inside then. Oh goodness me there! Oh, as a PB there has done a bit of moonwalking there, hasn't he? Oh, the Williamses are coming to blow, so there's a lot of lag going on then, and goodness me, and PB is just backed out of it then, and this is absolutely crazy stuff. Timmy's coming in the pits. Oh my goodness me! There he cuts across the Williams there. A 5-second penalty there for JJ then, as they come across the line once again, and then oh goodness me, that's Alstock, isn't it? It is Alstock there who had a bit of a woeful stop. There's Penny in with 14th position as well then, and let's see what Penny can do as well then. So Brown then is currently is the oh my goodness me then, as Alstock goes up and under. Fantastic stuff indeed then, and Alstock's now with the 12th position. Lovely stuff indeed there from the Racing Point driver then. The man who's won 2 races, JJ's out. He's had some problems there going down the back straight, and talking down the back straight, we got the battle for the lead then here in Abu Dhabi then, as they're coming over the curbs once again. There's Steve, there's T-Sam. Oh, that's a McLaren there. He's on the track. Oh my goodness me. I don't know what's going on there. JJ is left for session, and that McLaren is right in the line of fire. A virtual safety car, and that was very slow from the race director there to get the virtual safety car out, and that may have caused did it cause Max any damage? No, he was a very lucky young man indeed then. Oh goodness me then. As Steve said, another one bites the dust there. Unfortunately, it's JJ, isn't it? JJ has had some had an issue there, hasn't he? And a bit of a nightmare start then to the to this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It is, isn't it? Right then, there's now then there's Steve then in leading this race. Oh, we've got a 3-second penalty there for Brown then. It's just on the breath at the moment, just on the breath. And there's a 3-second penalty for Alstock as well, wasn't it? I think it was. Goodness me. Anyway, then we're coming back. DRS has been enabled there. We're back racing. And Steve has really caught T-Sammy nothing. But T-Sammy is in the pits. That could be why then. And that is going to be a very interesting. That's going to be a very interesting part of the race, there, isn't it? So T-Sammy is coming in. He is rolling the dice. Then the Greek driver is then. He is going to change those tires. What tires are going to go on? The Toro Rosso mechanics are ready and waiting, and there they are. It's the yellow stripe tires. Those are the medium compound tires, and look at that, in and out, shaking all about. That's fantastic, isn't it? Matt is also in the pits as well. Then in the Red Bull, they're changing the nose cone there of the Red Bull as he went into the back. I think it was at the Ferrari, wasn't it? It possibly was indeed then, but he's in and out as well. Good stuff. Ben, and who's that? And T-Sammy there coming out of the pits there. Where's Double? Yeah, there he is, and there's Double there. Whoa, who was that? That was Alstok. It's Alstok who's off the track there. Is he going to hit the wall? No, he ain't, but goodness me. And he went flying off. That's where JJ went off earlier on this one. And Alstok having a very difficult start then to Abu Dhabi, isn't he? As he comes back on track then. And Matt there is just coming out of the pits as well. And so Alstok there recovering then. Goodness me then. He went flashing through the screen, didn't he? And now Roscoe then is behind Fizzy at the moment, so Fizzy's doing a good job there in the Alfa Romeo. Lovely stuff indeed there from Fizzy. Roscoe in a fourth position then, as Maxi's got a 3-second penalty there. That's not good at all, is it? Hog is, oh my goodness me, Hog is all over the back of that Redder there. Goodness gracious me then. I know this is, oh, look at this, and Harry really struggling for traction there. Manu is struggling there, is T. Salvador, he is up and past the Williams there, PB. Back on board there with Hog then, yeah, Harry struggling for the tracks there on those soft compound tyres then. And the question is, what strategy is these guys going to be on then? Of course then, in Formula 1 these days, there's no fuel, there's no, of course, refueling. And I got another yellow flag in front of us is what is going on. Oh, that's Maxi! Maxi's had some issues there in the Red Bull car 96. And he is he's getting back on the track. He is damaged the end plate, Maxi has. I'm not sure what's going on there. And he is coming into the pits, I think. What a shame there for Maxi. One of the quickest drivers in the league. Next season, what's a chance for a championship? He needs to weed out these errors there, doesn't he? Safety car is out then. Safety car is out. And now then they're all going to bunch up behind the safety car. And this might be painful for Steve and the guys that have gone through. We'll find out in just a few moments' time. As T. Sammy is in sixth position. Then Harry is Alstok is retired from the race. Then well, Alstok's out. Alstok's out. Where's he gone? I know we're just on board then with the McLaren driver. Let's see where he's gone into the pits there, because he's in the pit wall. He's done a David Coulthard. Oh my goodness me, he's emulating one of my heroes of Formula 1, David Coulthard's friend's got a drive-through penalty there for spinning under the safety car, as he was a bit keen then. Oh no, so Alstok has gone into the pit. Well, remember Coulthard did that in the final race of 1995, didn't he, where he came into the pit lane and went straight into the wall. That's unfortunate for David Coulthard, wasn't it? And a very hard day it really was in the office there for the Williams driver, because he was fantastic that day in Adelaide, wasn't he? What a shame now. What a shame indeed then from Alstok. He's out of the race along with JJ as well then, as we're just watching the sole remaining racing point at the moment, which will be known as Aston Martin, not next season, the season after then. And Steve is going to come in the pits, and I think he will need to come in the pits then surely at the end of this lap, won't he? So just a lovely over the shoulder shot as well then from the racing point as well. And he will be coming in the pits, I think, at the end of this lap. Then you can see that. Where is Bernd Mailander? Well, currently he is I think he is actually he's parked just after turn 3, I think it is. So the race here is in the pits, and the question that I've got now, and I think all you guys are going to be also asking the same question, is T. Sammy going to get out in front then? He has to adhere to a doubter, doesn't he? Harry's got a 5-second penalty. That's a brutal 5-second penalty as well. As Hogg is, oh no, Harry's off the track. Harry is off the track then. Oh, the Renault there, he's only just coming to the pits, and oh my goodness me, the Williams are getting through as well. I'm not sure what's happened to Harry then, and oh no, and Harry's had some is on appalling luck there, hasn't he? Whereas Woody is taking the lead, and where's Steve? And T. Sammy, I think it's through, is he? No, he ain't. I'm all lost for words there, and nothing unusual there. The C is out in front, and Woody is second. T. Sammy's in third position then. We need to see what's happened to Harry. Harry is out of the race then, and oh no, so we've lost Alstok, JJ, and Harry. Harry is out of this race then. What a shame now for the Renault driver indeed then. And we've also got Sven in the background as well. We've lost the 3 cars on lap 7 of this incredible race so far then. Lee Valentine's just said a chance for the back markers to have another shot then. It really is, isn't it? As Alstok has also left the session as well. And very disappointing ends to both their seasons respectively there. So that's unfortunate, isn't it? But Steve there is come out in front of T. Salmon, and T. Salmon's got 2 lap older tyres, hasn't he? So that may pay dividends later on in this race as well. And so very interesting times out there at the moment there. It really is then. As we're just watching T. Salmon, who of course the man who won the championship. And remember, these two of the 2 teammates of Roscoe and T. Sammy came to blows, didn't they? They came to blows in Italy, didn't they? When they were beyond the safety car, which was one of the flashpoints of the season, wasn't it? It was good. well, it wasn't good. It wasn't good from well, we'll say it wasn't good from the teammates' point of view. But I think for me, it really made that race even more incredible than what it was there. Of course, I really shouldn't condone that, should I? But of course, I think that just spiced up the racing more than it made him just made that race one of the most historical races in IRC history, in my opinion. It really has indeed. Then, and as Yanis said, one incredible race up till now. It really is, isn't it? I gotta say, every time I commentate on the RC races, I always look like I've gone to the gym. So I might actually start telling Porkies and saying, yeah, I do go to the gym every Thursday night because yeah. So it looks like I'm not a lazy a lazy so and so. Right then, so everyone has been in the pits apart from Snap. I think Snap was in on lap 1 then, but Woody has not been in the pits at all. I remember the Ferrari team are battling in the constructors, aren't they? With the Renault guys as well. There's a 6 point different, 6 points different, and with Harry out of the race already, that is get the advantage swung into the back of Ferrari's favour. I'll try and keep you up to date as much as possible through this season, through this session. But remember, is that Sven's got a 3-second penalty there. He hasn't scored any points yet, Sven has in the season, and I'm willing him on, Sven, to get some points there. This is a final race as an IRC 4 driver. He's decided to just become a part-timer next season, and but it'd be great to have Sven there sign off with the Alfa Romeo team with some points here tonight. It really would indeed. There, in terms of the Alfa Romeo, they're kind of they're 8 points away from Mercedes at the moment as well. So Alfa Romeo would love for Sven to get in the points as well then. So that is a big talking point there in this race. The constructors are major talking points in this race, isn't it? And as Jan said, you're incredible. You're incredible also tonight, Sean. There, as I always read the compliments about me. But yeah, thank you, Jan. I gotta say, I think I've just got an end of season party going on, haven't I? Really, I've been in full banter mode tonight, haven't I? Yeah, of course, this is the end of the season, isn't it? As this is make the most of this, because I think it's 7 weeks for the next IRC race. Goodness me, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I would venture outside, but perhaps that's not a good idea, really, is it? Oh gosh. Not only with the awful things that are going on, but also because the fact is, Judas not really not fans of sunlight, are they? Anyway, then, more importantly, the safety car is in. Snapper's got a 10-second penalty. Goodness me, that's a slap on the wrist, isn't it? Gosh, so Snap there is unfortunately got a it's been thrown, it's been booked properly there, hasn't he? He's got the book thrown at him, hasn't he? Snap has. So that's 10 seconds. He's going to be very difficult. It's very difficult to make up. It really is, isn't it? So Steve is becoming the de facto safety car. He has also got Woody in between him and T. Sammy. No disrespect to Woody, because I've really sung his praises for some of the season. He's been good. He's been great. Woody has, hasn't he? And he's had a lot of points considering the fact that some of the races he's not been racing at. But he's on 7-up medium tires, isn't he? And now we are going now. Here comes Steve. He's started all of that. Also, it's Woody there. It's a man. Paulins has had a bit of a wagon at the tail moment there, coming through turn 21. We're back racing in here in Abu Dhabi then. Lap 9 then. So Steve leads then. Second position is Woody. Third position is T. Sammy. But he's got to be watching those mirrors, because look at this. Fizzy is flown. He's on the soft tires again. Fizzy is then. And goodness me then. Fizzy is trying to attack right from the get-go here, isn't he? So come down the hill then. And there's also a Ferrari all over the back. So remember, Ferrari, as I've been saying, this is a brilliant time to strike here as well, with both with the Renaults there are really not scoring at all at the moment. Say a Snap has had some problems there. It's that Sven there, damaged the whole of the wing there, and they're coming down the back straight again. And then look at these cars, and T. Sammy is through. He passes the Ferrari. We got Fizzy going up the inside. He's passing Roscoe as well. Fantastic stuff there. He's going to go up and under. Oh goodness me then. And Max has got a 3-second penalty, I think, then. And now Fizzy is through. Now has he got the pace there to get after the Ferrari, to get after T. Sammy as well then? That is the question that is going to be answered in the next couple of laps as well. And they're coming down the hill once again, and even though it's not a hill, the Mercedes had it's gone wide, and that Ferrari has gone wide. And where's Maxie? Oh my goodness me, Brown shut the door there as going side by side for there. Oh my goodness me, now and Mac is on the inside as well. And oh gosh, and now as they come through, as Matt's gone off the track there, he's right off the track there. And Timmy, oh my goodness me, then I thought he's going to go into the back. I think Timmy's damaged the wing, hasn't he? He has indeed there. So Penny's got by. Snap is still got a full wing now. I think he's just struggling there with the old traction there at the moment, isn't he? See, it's at the fast up the race. That is I don't think he's aware of all the chaos going behind him. Fizzy's going for the lead. He's going for third position in turn one. Woody's giving him some space. Roscoe, the ultimate opportunist there, surely can be smelling oh my goodness me, can be smelling the advantage here. And they come down the hill once again. And as Woody is in third, Fizzy's in fourth position. Fizzy's on a look there, but Woody are slamming the door. Hog is oh my goodness me, he misjudged the breaking point. And now as Woody is dropped down in fourth position. Fizzy's over the third there. Woody is getting very sneaky there. Goodness me there. And look at this as they're coming down the back straight, and it's a drag race, isn't it, as they come down this hill then. And Woody and Roscoe there, wheel to wheel then. It's now oh my goodness, look at Sprint's going to be in there as well, is he? Not quite then. And Roscoe's Sprint there, knocking Woody out the way there. Of course, Sprint, I think had the cleanest. Did he have the cleanest race of the season? Well, my goodness me then. Mark took it out as an insult there, but Sprint is up in the fifth, but there's some fantastic stuff there. And now we got Woody, Brown and Maxie are now all over each other's gearbox as well then. This is absolutely fine racing as well. Brown is up into 7th position now. Woody down to 8th position, and as he is struggling, and he didn't come in the pits there. And those tires there are really struggling there at this stage of proceedings, isn't it? 1.5 seconds the gap is at the front end. It's of course this could be a preview of next season, couldn't it? But remember, it's a different game next season. 2020 is. So Ferrari's off contact. There's a crash. There's Sprint there. Sprint and Hog have come to blows there, and Sprint has to wait. And Hog comes on there. It's similar to what happened to Ricardo. And oh goodness me, then it's the Ferrari. Goodness me, it's all going off here in Abu Dhabi. A 5-second penalty there for Sprint now for driving into Hog there. Into the pits. There comes the other Ferrari as well. I think Ferrari, he's going to have to queue. I think of course the pits obviously say they're so quick, and it's in to a blink of an eye. And the Ferrari mechanics are going to work on Woody's car then, and now they're out then, but they're going to be shuffling there. Look at them, they're still shuffling now then, and he's going to lose a bit of time then. It's the Ferrari mechanics. Look, they're also having to change on the nose cone there, and Matt is up into 6th position, is he? I think he is indeed then. And good stuff, and Matt then up in the 6th position. Lovely something. Timmy is back up to 8th position, but he's got a bit of damage on that McLaren, and coming down the back straight once again then, as Sven's got another penalty there in the background as well. Snap in a Petty are joining that rivalry at the moment. Petty has got DRS, so has Snap then. Snap is up the inside, he's up into the 11th position. Brilliant stuff indeed then. And Snap is now up into a very good 11th position there. Double doing it. I think Double's gone on the radar again. Absolutely fantastic stuff from Double there. Disqualified from the session there as ignoring a drive-through. So Sven there, as unfortunately is not going to get any points for Alfa Romeo here tonight then. And what a shame there for Sven, and he has been disqualified. He is out of the race then, and that's hopefully that's not the last time. We should see Sven next season, but that is the last race, as he is a full-time driver. Maxie's off the track here. Oh my goodness me. I gotta say, these drivers had a shredded week tonight. Fantastic stuff there. I gotta say, I love a good old crazy race, don't I? I don't think the drivers do as much, do they? Because they're more about data driven, and they just want to get their strategies, don't they? They want to get to A to B as quickly as possible, don't they? Whilst I'm all about the entertainment, as Brown comes into the pits then, and he is about to change the wing now, Brown. So PB is doing a very good job. Can he stay there? Timmy has got damage there, so the understeer on that McLaren is going to be it's going to be quite difficult to say the least, isn't it? Rizzles is now coming onto the back of Hog. Dennis Hog has just come out of the pits there, so let's see if he can hang on to the back of him as well. Double is now very close to the back of PB as well. PB doing a good job. Then we've got Penny and Snap there as well. You can see this is going to get very good indeed, isn't it? Snap and Double and Penny, three of the most experienced drivers in IRC history, and then we have got a PB who is relatively green compared to these guys behind him, isn't he? So yeah, let's see how the youngster, how the rookie can handle the guys behind there. And here comes Double. He is the first man to give it a go. Then PB now is just jumping in front. Then Double going up the inside there, but look at him there. He is going up the inside, and PB has gone out the way. Then there's contact. The Snap is going to the back of Double. Snap is now going on the outside of Double as well. And as a PB has somehow managed to evacuate the the back straight, the precedence there, hasn't he? And then coming down the back straight, let's get doubles dropped down to another position, then Snap is right, we're going to have free abreast, and double then is unfortunately dropped back there, Snap in a PB there, as PB is forcing him out wide then, and oh, lovely stuff, as a Snap is now between position. Oh, brilliant, absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. Then we've got 3 tenths per second, and look at this, we got a queue of cars here, absolutely good stuff indeed then. As Penny has got off the track there, and Maxi has dropped has got up into 10th position there. Maxi has had a couple of excursions in this race so far, hasn't he? Goodness me, Penny's got a 3 second. Oh my goodness, look at these cars, they're all in one place at the moment. Absolutely fantastic stuff, isn't it? And into the turn 21 once again, into the pits comes Timmy. He's done 9 laps on those medium tires then. Is he going to be able to get, is he going to throw in another set of medium tires and try and go to the end from there then? And oh, it's a Maxi there, almost going to the back then of double then. This is fine racing. It's at PB's up to 6th position now. Fantastic stuff. He's on the hard tires as well. And can he get to the end from there on those hard tires is the question, isn't it? And oh, yo, fuck. Oh no, that's Penny. Penny is off the track. He's had a problem. And what a shame there for Penny. And we got a safety car now. This is going to spice things up. What a shame. Oh, but that's a big shunt there from the Mercedes driver. And that's unfortunate there. As Matt's off the track. Matt is off the track there. Oh no, so Matt is off the track as well. Goodness me, there is drama after drama in this race, isn't it? Oh my goodness me, Matt is out of the race. He's been disqualified for parking in a dangerous location, and that is his second position in the championship also done as well. Oh goodness me, that is 2 disqualifications. I can't remember ever having that in an IRC race. Incredible racing here tonight. Wow, I'm actually well, I'm taken back by it. Anyway then, we got a safety car. We ain't even a half distance yet, goodness me. But yeah, Steve at the moment is on the medium tyres. So is T Sammy then. I'm wondering if T Sammy might do the opposite to what Steve does, and we'll find out here. And yep, so C is in the pits then. T Sammy is doing the opposite then, and look at that then. So T Sammy there is really rolling the dice here. He's done 2 laps more than C then. This is going to be interesting, isn't it? And Fizzy's in the pits right, because that soft compound gamblers absolutely worked wonders. That's it. Fantastic stuff indeed then. The Valentine said, Rizzle, the points are here, son. Yes, indeed they are. I think Rizzle is potentially could be a man, keeps himself out of trouble, and he will be up there, won't he? And Jan is saying, what's happening tonight? It's a crazy race, isn't it? I think that they're trying to make the most of their race, aren't they? Before having a couple 7 weeks off, aren't they? Goodness gracious me! Steve is back out in second position then, as PB is staying out there at the moment, and this is an interesting tactic from PB. Really looking forward to seeing what he can do there, and Double as well then. So Double also using his years of experience here tonight, isn't he, to navigate himself over the 5th position. The races like these, it's where the likes of Double, it's the likes of Double, and unfortunately it would have been the likes of Penny as well if he didn't have a problem down at turn 3. So those are the guys, and it really would be getting the points there on the boards, isn't it? As Frank is saying, what a great race. Come on, Fizzy there. I'm really enjoying this race. It's a fantastic way to end the season, isn't it? And there's no other way you want to end it, either with an action-packed thriller, isn't it? Because then it makes the off-season feel less, doesn't it? Because you just remembered races like these, don't you? Good stuff indeed then. So then, let's take stock, shall we? We're on lap 14. We're at half distance. I can't believe it. It feels like we've had half a season here, not half a race. Absolutely fantastic stuff so far. It really has been. T. Sammy is currently leading the race set. He hasn't pitted. He's done 9 lap old medium tyres. Second position is Steve. He has pitted. PB hasn't pitted, but he's in third position. A fantastic drive from PB, and technically doesn't have to come in the pits again. We got Fizzy in 4th position. He's pitted. Double hasn't pitted. He's in 5th. Roscoe in 6th position. He's on the hard tyres now to the end of the race, and that should get him to the end then. We have Sprint 2 hasn't pitted there. He's on 7 lap tyres. Woody, of course, pitted just after the first safety car. Snap has pitted as well. He's on the hard tyres. Brown is in 10th position as well. Maxi, who's also on the hard tyres, going to the end as well. PB's got a 5-second penalty. Oh dear, that ain't gonna help him. Hog in 30th position, and Rizzle stakes as Lee Valentine says there, could be on the cusp for some points there for the Haas team. Remember, Haas is it's 12 points behind the Ferrari teams at the moment. One Ferrari is 8th, one Ferrari is 13th. Double's got a 5-second penalty as well then. And there's Burnt Myland at the moment, and it's he's earning a paycheck here tonight, isn't he? Brilliant stuff indeed there from from Burt Mylander. As I'm just watching there is Maxi there, who's having a difficult race out there at the moment, isn't he? He's had an excursion or two, hasn't he? The man who's in full position in the championship mode, but with Matt out of the race, he might be able to sneak back up in the third. Then let me quickly get out the old school calculator at the moment. Then so at the moment he's 9 points away from Matt. Then so he has to finish at least 6th position here tonight. Then. Sorry, he has to finish at least 5th position here tonight, or 6th, and get the fast lap of the race. As that would probably go on count back in terms of race wings, I think, won't they? Maybe I have to go on to Wikipedia and work that one out. That's how I passed college, everyone, by just going on to Wikipedia and doing the old plagiarism with copying and pasting. But don't tell me lecturers that though. Anyway, then we're now on lap 15 and hour 28 here at the moment. Then as we're just on a bit of lull here, which to be honest, I'm not sure about the drivers, but I needed this respite because goodness gracious me, then they've been fantastic, haven't they? I gotta say, I think they talk about me having some Monster. These guys have had a lot of Monster energy drinks. Then, of course, I tried out to promote Monster. I should also say Rich Energy and Red Bull as well, and whatever energy drinks there are. Right then, so we got we're on lap 15 out of 28 when we got T Sammy, who is currently leading this race. He hasn't pitted, or Steve hasn't. Steve's got those fresh tyres on that racing point. He is going to be taking off like a scolded cat. There is Burt Mylander, there is the champion, and there is the contender for next season, I believe. But of course, I am no expert, but not by a long shot. Frank has said, safety car in, let's get racing. Yes, indeed, let's get racing. This is going to be brilliant. I'm enjoying your comments as well tonight, guys. Keep on coming in there, really keep me on my toes. And here we go then, T Sammy then, here's 9 laps at the older tyres out in Steve then. This is going to get very, very tasty indeed, isn't it? Now then, when is he going to go? He has to let the safety car come in. Look at them all budging up there. Now we go. Steve is all over the back of him. We're back racing here in Abu Dhabi then. Lap 16 out of 28 then. And now we're green now, T Sammy. Then we got Steve, PB, Fizzy. Then we have doubles, dropped 7/10 of a second back. Then he's had a bit of an appalling start then. And now we've had 6 retirements so far in this race. Steers all over the back of T Sammy. He has to make sure that he doesn't. This can be a very perilous corner. He's going for the lead then. He's going for the lead then. Double is down, drop back as well. And double is Roscoe is up into fantastic trip for this as well. And T Sammy's on the outside. Steers on the inside. He takes the lead of Abu Dhabi. Fantastic. Steer Fizzy is now up in the third position. And next is and he's next on the hit list of T Sammy at the moment then. PB dropping down the order as well. Then as Timmy is just got in front of Rizzle Sticks as he is dropped back as well, and then coming down the back straight as well. DRS is not enabled for never coming on. Fizzes into the back rim. He hasn't damaged the nose cone. No, we're all good there. Sprint has got by Woody. Woody is dropping down the order as it looks like he went in too deep there. Woody has, and then Timmy is also on a mission as well. And now McLaren, good stuff indeed. And what an action-packed start. We've had some very good safety car restarts here now. Very much on the money, isn't it? Good stuff indeed then. And as Rizzlesticks has also got by Hog, as it was Hog is trying to get by Rizzlesticks at the moment. Rizzlesticks there, slamming the door shut there. And of course, he's got every right to do so, hasn't he? Of course, Rizzlesticks has lovely stuff indeed then. Fizzy's overdoing a third position now. He passes Timmy. T Sammy he lets him back through then. Oh my goodness me, what is going on behind? Oh wow, Roscoe's on the outside. Absolutely impeccable driving there. He is having a fourth position. Roscoe is brilliant stuff indeed then. Fizzy is back. Is in third position there. He let T Sammy back through, a very gentlemanly thing to do. Hats off there to Fizzy. 3-second penalty there for Brown at the moment there as he is dropping down the order then. As now we got Sprint who's all over the back of double as well. An absolutely incredible race there. It really has been, hasn't it, tonight then? Fantastic. Oh, who's that? That's Maxi who's off the track then. The sole remaining Red Bull in this race then. And this is far the race for the Red Bull, isn't it? PB has got another penalty then. The penalties are racking up. Look at this stop. It's on the outside of Sprint there. Not quite. And Maxi is going on the inside as well. Double is the cork in the ball, isn't he? They come around the hairpin now, down the back straight then, and look at these cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars there in this train. But look at Timmy. Timmy is now alongside Maxi then. Oh my goodness me, then he's the hard times get the meter chance of the Ferrari's in there as well. Timmy's on the inside. He's on the inside. He's positioned very nicely then, but the Ferrari's going to turn in. It does indeed then, and Timmy's still got damage on that wing then. Goodness goodness me there. And now sprinting, sprint snap and double also battling away as they come down the hill. This is fantastic racing, it really is. And look at this. Oh my goodness me, that's 3 abreast. That's 3 abreast. Oh, doubles in the sandwich. And oh, that's a Ferrari off as well. There's debris, there's contact, there's all kinds of shenanigans going on there. Oh my goodness me. And what is going on there? That's absolutely, oh my goodness me. It's like a car park, and the most expensive car park as well. And double jumping onto them position. I think this double got damaged there. Taking a look there. Oh, it's Hog there also getting by as well, and also Double's teammate. We got some more fisticuffs as Maxi's having the 10th position, and Timmy down to 11th position. Timmy going off the roadside there, so we're just waiting for it to come through there. There's Maxi. Where's Timmy? There he is. And the in the McLaren there. Oh my goodness me, then it's take a breath. Oh, Timmy's in the pits then, and Double is now under siege, isn't he, from the two Ferrari power cars of the Ferrari and the Haas then. Wow, incredible stuff indeed then. 2/10 of seconds separates Woody at the moment and Snap then, and hopefully I gotta say then, goodness me, Fizzy's still behind at T Sammy at the moment there, as T Sammy's almost 5 seconds away then, as Fizzy there tried to strike it earlier there, didn't he? Unfortunately that wasn't the case, was it? Woody is almost alongside. Brown is on a fantastic drive as well, as they both Williamses are right in the money, and Fizzy has DRS, but has he got the straight line speed? He has indeed. He's gaining. He's less than 10 seconds. He's alongside. He passes T Sammy. He's gone wide to Fizzy has said, and T Sammy is going to be back through. Is that going to be a penalty? I think Fizzy's done a very clever thing there of not getting on the gas then. Oh, it's a Brown is up the inside. Oh, Maxi, where he's just squeezed through there. Goodness me then. And wow, got to say then, Maxi there very much just coming under the radar there, wasn't he? And he is having a night for this day. He's got DRS and Maxi has, and he is going to the end of this race. And so this is going to be very interesting indeed. Hard tyres for Maxi. Those should need to get to the end. But what about the medium compound tyres? That is the question that we need to answer. And I think, oh, he's up the inside. He passes the Ferrari of Woody. No, he doesn't, because Woody there is ringing it on the outside there. Beautifully well for the Ferrari driver. And they fly into the final part of the lap indeed then. That's oh gosh, oh my goodness me, we've got 11 laps to go this, guys. I hope you're faster. Yellow. Oh my goodness me, Maxi is out of the race then. What happened there? And oh gosh, we had a bit of a rubbish camera angle. I was off board there, and Maxi is out of this race, and we're down to 13 cars in this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Oh dear. And a virtual safety car indeed then, into the pits comes sprinting, and oh, that's a 5-second penalty for the Mercedes crew. That's why they can't touch the car. And now they're getting to it, and they're thrown on the medium compound tires again. And oh goodness me, that's almost a unsafe release there. Double going through the Mercedes then. And also we got Double there is a lovely camera, a lovely helmet there from Double there. I think I mentioned it the other day. And now he's also changing the nose cone on the Haas as well there. Look at this then. And he should be in and out there. Car 97. Timmy's got a penalty for his troubles as well then. Fizzy there is still 0.6 of a second away at the moment, isn't he? As Lee Valentine saying, points coming, Rizzy. Rizzle there, if you get it home, bruv. I gotta say, at the moment there, Rizzle is actually up into 8th position. Of course, this is the strongest drive of the season so far. Can he keep his nose clean as well? He's done 9 laps on those medium tyres. And now we got Fizzy's gone on the outside. T Sammy is on the inside. T Sammy's not going to win by, but Fizzy, look at that, that's fantastic. Where are they? Fizzy takes 2nd position. Fantastic driving. T Sammy down the 3rd position, and Ross his teammate. There's no love lost here, is there? So I think that now then it's going to be T Sammy and Roscoe in the battle for the final rostrum of Abu Dhabi then indeed then. And Brown then is back on the rear there of Woody. Then they finally spread out in this midfield. This midfield battle's been brilliant this race, hasn't it? And this season as well. Good stuff. And PB is on the medium tires to the end now. He's already in the points. PB is, and this is going to be a big day for Williams, isn't it? Unfortunately, they need to be on the podium, really, don't they? To gain any it's T Sammy's in the pits then with 9 laps to go then. Just going back to that comment about Williams there. Williams need to be on the rostrum now to be gain anything on the car in front, which is the Haas team as well. And at the moment Haas is doing well actually. Rizzle is in the points then, and Double, who's also just pitted for soft tyre as well, he's going to be lightning quick towards the end then. So both Haas drivers are very much in the money, aren't they? T-Sammy just coming out then. What about Rizzle's? We're on board with Rizzle's at the moment then, and as a Rizzle then is just behind then the champion as well then. So but the Rizzle's got a nice bit of clear track there, hasn't he? So you make the most of that for Rizzle's there, and he's just got to keep his nose clean, doesn't doesn't he, now until the end of this race? And lap 20 then. See, he's got an 8-second lead then with Fizzy in second. Roscoe in third position. Snap is in a fantastic fourth position at the moment, but he's got Woody and Brown who are really, oh my goodness me, Brown is off. He hits the polystyrene. He's on the outside. He's out of control. My goodness me then. And he is back on the track, but Brown is going to strike it once. He's hot as well then. And now then there's Woody there. Goodness gracious me then. Woody, wow. I gotta say, that was incredible, wasn't it? And now coming down the back straight, it's getting in his, he's got PB and Sprint battling away as well. Brown is on the inside. He is free, but he's dropped. He's gone wide there. So Woody's going to go on the inside, you see. Brown slams the door shut then on the Ferrari, and he is through and up into a fifth position. Brown is fantastic. Sprint has just got by PB as well. PB down in 10th position, but he is still in the points then. We're on board with Woody. We're on board, with Woody now then, who is in 6th position. We've got T. Sammy, who is now going to be a raging bull, isn't he? In that, what is it? He's in the Toro Rosso, isn't he? In that Toro Rosso, T. Sammy is as well, and he's down in 7th position. He's got a lot of overtaking to do, hasn't he? And into the pits comes Woody there. He's done 9 laps on the medium tires here, and so this is interesting. This, to me, is telling me that the medium tires are not going to be able to last to the end of the race then. Perhaps then, Rizzlestick's got 3-second penalty. Ferrari mechanics going to work then. On car 22, he's thrown on the set of soft tires as well. This is very interesting indeed. And Rizzle's also in the pits as well. And we're just watching PB, who is making his way nicely up the order now. He's up into a position there for the Williams driver. Good stuff indeed then. As again, I'm just taking a breath then, because goodness me, this is a workout, isn't it? And look, there's a Ferrari coming out there. Timmy, has he changed the nose cone on the McLaren? I think he has. He has indeed. He's back at the full speed then. So is the Ferrari of Woody then. Both Ferraris are 9th and 10th at the moment. Remember, it's also about the constructors as well. Haas at the moment there are out of the points at the moment, and we've now got a Gunter Steiner's blood temperature is going to be through the roof, and if he sees what is going to go on between these two cars, and as of course said, but let's see what they could do, what Rizzles and Double could do then, and hopefully there won't be any contact, because they're fairly new to teammates, and but unfortunately it's the final time they will be teammates before the season. Oh, the McLaren there, they're really struggling with the braking spaces of these guys of each other tonight. And goodness me, I think they're just excited. And then the season feel here tonight. I think brilliant stuff indeed. Then on board with T. Sammy then, and he is now 3/10 of a second away. Then T. Sammy is at this moment in time. Then look, Snap is just in front of us. Well, Snap is on a fantastic drive, isn't he? Remember a couple of times last season he was incredible, wasn't he? He was always like had good pace, and he always finished in the mid to low ends of the points, didn't he, last season? This season he has struggled to get to the end of the race, and I hope I put the kibosh on it, but Snap is in a brilliant 4th position at this moment in time. Then T. Sammy is now in 6th position at the moment, and he is 5/10 of a second away then. And he is currently 22, about 24. Brown is off the track. He's having to control it. Oh my goodness me, Brown there losing control of the car. And oh goodness me, there, as that is allowed to, Sprint is through and over the 6th position there, as Brown is dropped down into 7th position now. And that's unfortunate for Brown. He's having a good race, and now his teammate is behind him as well. He's on 10 now. That's the oldest tyres that anyone is on at the moment on the on anyone's car, as of course Sprint is battling with Fizzy for 7th and 8th position. As it stands, Fizzy is back into 7th position as well, and actually I'll be into 6th position as Aston is out of this race already, so Aston will be dropping down the order like a stone, with both Sprint and Fizzy there scoring quite highly indeed then. So yeah, that was a good old battle as well, and almost forgot about that buzz. Now T. Sammy's all over the back of Snap there. Snap has got a penalty, a 3-second penalty in that Renault then, and Snap getting very squirrely on the rear there, isn't he? And now then is coming through the fast kink then of the fast right kink there. Snap is he's gone wide then, Snap has, and T. Sammy, where is he? He's on the outside, but Snap is on the inside. Lovely shot here, but T. Sammy is trying to wing it out the outside. Snap is, oh my goodness me, there going in much deeper there, and T. Sammy going on the inside of turn 20, and Snap is not giving up this position. This is his best performance of the season, and he's left it till the very end then, but T. Sammy is going to go into turn 1 into second position, 4th position. He does a good move there for T. Sammy. Snap is down into 5th position. We're on board with Snap then. He's done 9 laps on these tyres while Brown is in the pits then. That's kind is Snap there? I thought he was going off then. That's kind of halfway, that's kind of half house, isn't it, for for Brown then, but let's see what he can do then in the finale of this race. Of course, we are only 6 laps away then from the end of this season here in IRC. Brilliant stuff indeed. Rizzo Sticks is up into 11th position, but Double is still behind him at the moment. It's I think the close battle on track at the moment is this battle here between PB and Hog. Hog is on soft tyres, PB is on the medium compound tyres. They're going down the back straight once again, and he is in DRS as well. Of course, that's the drag reduction system when the rear wing opens there, and it's like a hand that is pushing him forward, so it's not like a boost kind of thing. It's just like a gentle hand there, just pushing you along slowly, isn't it? So you don't feel the instant boost there, do you? Hog then is Hog is on the back straight once again, and there's 2 DRS zones isn't there in the same facility of this track then, and Hog then is having a look then, but PB is not defending too hard down there, is he? As I think he was fairly comfortable with the attack of Hog that time around. Lap 24 out of 28 and 5 laps to go of season 7 here in RLC, and Steve's got a 14-second advantage over Fizzy in second there of Roscoe in third position there, and Roscoe at the moment there is struggling to keep up with Fizzy. T Sammy's in fourth position, he's got a 9-second deficit to gain on his teammate as well. Snap in fifth position, brilliant stuff. Sprinter 6, this is the battle for 7th and 8th for the moment. It's PB and Hog, PB's best performance of the season, really well done then. Woody in 9th position, and Ferrari doing a great job at the moment, aren't they? 10th position is a Timmy there, he's 2 seconds off the pace as well. Outside the points at the moment, it's the 2 Haas drivers of Rizzles and a Double 11th 12th position. Brown is down in 13th position then, and he's got to see if he can get back into the points, and that's a big ass, so he is almost 12 seconds away from the points there with 5 laps to go. Ooh. So yeah, goodness me, what a race! What a race that is. Calmed down the second half of this race, but goodness me, the first half was absolutely incredible stuff. Listen to the retirements here. There's some big names in that retirements list here tonight. Sven unfortunately got the disqualified, as did Matt as well. I think the Matt must have had a problem with the steering wheel because there's a very unusual accident there, wasn't it? Hog is gaining. He's up the inside of a PB. He passes PB and he is through. That's a very controlled overtake there from Hog. A textbook S there from Hog then. Good stuff indeed then, as PB is down in 10th position, but he's still having a good race there. The Williams driver is in the Williams there, but we've got it's Hog there is having to defend there and trying to break the toe of the toe that PB's in there. Of course, these cars do punch a hole, don't they, in the air, and that's why he was just trying to get out of the trying to just break that slipstream, wasn't he? The PB was gaining on him quite rapidly as well. Brown there is also gaining rapidly on Double. He's up the inside, is he? I think he is there, but that was a bit of an awkward moment there for both drivers. T-Time is set the fast on the race there, and Brown there is still in a 12th. It's through into 12th position, I should say. He's just got off the course there, didn't he? PB is now going to have to repel the attack of a second Scuderia Ferrari, and that is Woody. Then Woody is also on the march as well. Then the gap is down to 6.7 seconds at the moment in the battle for 4th and 5th position, and between the 2 Toro Rossos indeed then. Steve then is going to cement his 2nd position here tonight with a brilliant drive from Steve, really well done. Then he got pole position there and really stole the march there. He went in the pits, and T Simon did the opposite to Steve. Unfortunately that was the wrong decision there, but he was rolling the dice, wasn't he, to see if he can battle Steve in strategy terms. Unfortunately that wasn't the case, was it? And that's a shame then, wasn't it, for T Sammy? But I am looking forward to those 2 battling away next season, and they're coming down the back straight once again. Then as Woody is up the inside, he passes PB. He's gone straight on there, and he's going to have to be very careful he doesn't get a penalty, and he's lost all the momentum as well, and time is running out for the 2 for Woody, as of course Woody is I think the highest position he's going to be tonight is actually 12th position in the championship. Hog at the moment is in front of him, but at the moment then Hog will stay behind him in the Drivers' Championship as well. Lovely shot here from the nose cone of the Ferrari of Woody. Lovely stuff indeed then. Yeah, in terms of the Ferrari then, the Ferrari will be back in. No, they won't be back in front of the Renault there, because Snap is doing a superb job there. It's really flying the flag for the Renault team at the moment there, and Renault are that could potentially give Renault the advantage in the construction, and it is giving the Renault the advantage in the construction at the moment. Roscoe is really put his toe down the last couple of laps, so one of those medium tyres are now really struggling. They're starting to really lose grip quite rapidly in this race as well. Then as they're coming into the hairpin as well, and down the back straight. Then 26 out of 28, and it's the final countdown, isn't it? And I can hear Europe now just starting to get up their get their guitars warmed up as well, as we are approaching the final few laps here in Abu Dhabi. Then Steve has got a 17-second advantage at the moment. Then even if those tires do drop off for Steve, he should have more than enough then in terms of the gap there, isn't he? But I think Fizzy might be is going to struggle to the end from there. I feel then with T Sammy bearing down on both of them. He's only 4 seconds away as well with 3 laps to go, and and the more he battles with Roscoe, the more time he's going to lose as well. It's a difficult position that Fizzy's in, and now is a PB is a drop down to not position, but he's on a stellar day out there, and Williams doing a great job. PB is from the back of the field there. Oh, he had to correct the oversteer there, doesn't he? He almost went off the track there entirely, and that might have surprised them. And now then it's back on board. Then you see, look at the dust offline now. Goodness me, it felt like a motocross race there, didn't it? There's a lot of dirty wheel tracks, and it's now under 3 seconds, isn't it? We are going to have a grandstand finish here in Abu Dhabi. As I gotta say, I'm glad that we had a bit of that rest point with the safety car and a bit of a low in the middle part of the race, because the first and the end parts of the race have been absolutely fantastic. I really have. 27 out of 28 then, and here we go in the second to last lap of season 7 of IRC of Formula 1 2019 on the IRC as well then. And let's see what these guys can really muster up then in the final stages of the season as well then. Steve is now 18 seconds in front. T Sammy is less than 2 seconds away. There he is in the background. Oh my goodness me. Sprint is also sprinted up onto the back of Snap as well. Roscoe's got a run. He's got DRS. Fizzy is trying to squeeze it, but Roscoe is through with DRS, and he is out up into second position. And Fizzy is going. Is he going to go for it? Is he going to battle? Surely he is. And it's the final race of the season, isn't it? And now it's his turn for DRS then. And look, T Soda, you keep seeing the flash of the blue. There he is then. And he is back up in the second position. Snap and Sprinter also back right. Fizzy is back up in the second position then. Brilliant 17 then. And Sprinter's also through and back up in the fifth. Oh, Snap, they're going off the track there. And he has also lost some momentum, hasn't he? Brown is back up to 11th position then. The gap between himself and Timmy is 9 seconds then. And Timmy has also done 9 laps on those soft tyres as well. Oh gosh. And we're now coming into the end of this incredible oh, look, T-Sammy, he's in DRS and with 1 lap to go. Hogg and Woody, they're also close in the Drivers' Championship as well, aren't they? But Hogg is now dropped down. Woody is up at his 7th position. Hogg down to 8. PB is now on the back as well. I wonder if when the tyres are coming together. T7 there weaving from left to right there. I wonder if he's seeing if Roscoe will let him by so that he can have a crack there. Hogg is back in front of Woody as well. I wonder if that's what he's trying to do then. But Roscoe is not letting him by just yet as they come down the hill as well. Remember, the constructor's already won, hasn't it? So I don't think that there's going to be team. I don't think there's going to be after you, sir. Is there in this race then? And they're down the back straight again then. Fizzy has repelled the attack so far. Can he do it again then? On board with Roscoe then. DRS. Now he's also got enough deployment there. Not Toro Rosso. He's going to go outside this time then. Fizzy positions his car so he's on the outside then. Fizzy now needs to keep it neat and tidy, but he's also this time he's now the sandwich of the Toro Rosso. He's kept it neat and tidy. Oh, but he had a stuff of understeer, a stuff of oversteer I should say, which now is really enticed, hasn't it? Really enticed the Toro Rosso second car of T-Sammy the champion, and he's going to go the inside. T-Sammy's going to go the outside. T-Sammy is going up the inside. Fizzy there is slammed the door shut, hasn't he? Good stuff indeed there. Just kept it in the straight and narrow part. Woody is also through past his teammate as well. And Fizzy's got a 3-second penalty. That might be the end of his podium ending the season here. Oh my goodness me. Steve wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff indeed there from Steve. And that is his fourth win of the season. Brilliant stuff indeed there. Roscoe is going to come through in second position, and good stuff indeed then. And And so well done to see then. That's his 4th race win of the season. Then Roscoe in 2nd position. As Fizzy, T. Sammy is 2nd there on penalties. Roscoe in 3rd. Fizzy there cruelly denied a podium in the final race there. As what been a fantastic season, hasn't it, for Fizzy? 5th position is Sprint then. And there he goes. He comes across the line in 5th position. What about Snap? One of his best drives of the season. He saves it till the last dance. And he is in 6th position. Brilliant stuff there from Snap. Really well done indeed then. Woody is coming through in 7th position then. Let's see about the penalty. Snap has dropped down to 7th then. Hog is 8th then. No, PB is 8th then. A brilliant drive from PB, but Timmy once again getting a clean race there. A clean set of gloves then in McLaren. Brown 11th. Rizzle sticks best race of the season for him in 11th position, 12th position, and a double in 13th position now. And Steve there, 4th race this season. It's been in his most successful season to date in IRC, and I gotta say, this season is a building block for next season. I have no doubt about that. And he is on top of the world then, and he is, and of course he's a rose in between 2 thorns there in the terms of T. Sammy and Roscoe as well. T. Sammy the champion, and of course also the constructors champion as well, and for Roscoe, brilliant stuff indeed then. And a absolutely fantastic race here in the end. And of course, it's 10:15. Goodness me, then, as we had a delayed start there, of course, there was a lot of build-up, wasn't it, to this race? And of course, as 50 said, it was like the ITV build-up, wasn't it? Let's take a final look at the classification then from Abu Dhabi as well then. And there it is. Steve, no penalty. Same for T. Sammy, for Sprint and Woody. Hats off to all those drivers tonight. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Steve won his 4th race this season. Then we have T. Sammy in 2nd position. Roscoe completes the final podium in 3rd position. Fizzy in 4th. We have Sprint in 5th with Woody 6th. Timmy in 7th position. We have Snap in 8th position. 9th position is PB. 10th position is Hog. Good stuff indeed. Brown at 9,500, so a second away from the final points in the end then. Rizzle in 12th position. Double in 13th. Retirements as Maxi, Penny, Harry, Asdog, JJ, Matt and Sven all retired from the final race of the season here in Abu Dhabi. And I got to say, they saved the best for last, didn't they? Goodness me, what a race. And I'm honoured and privileged to say I've been joined in the commentary box by the drivers and the stars of the show. It's been brilliant stuff indeed then. Yeah, guys, fantastic race as well. And as we mark what has been a brilliant end to the season then.
No, rubbish end. Scrap it, restart. New wheel, new pedal.
For next season.
Snap, yeah. No, it was a race. It was fun still to watch.
It was very good, yeah, very good race. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm a bit gutted at the ending. Mainly. Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I had 2nd, and yeah, tyres were gone at the end, and then I took a stupid line in the, one of the last corners, and ended up costing me getting me a 3-second penalty and probably costing me 2nd.
So, yeah, I'm annoyed. So, yeah. Well, I kind of picked up like the 10-second time penalty in the safety car.
Let's go through your seasons if that's all right. And then let's start with you, Steve. You've had an absolutely fantastic season. You've had 6 pole positions this season. You've had 4 race wins now, 10 podiums as well. Brilliant stuff indeed. Then, how would you rank your season?
I think the only way to say it would be the best yet. That's literally the only way I could say. I think if I'm talking personally, I've come on leaps and bounds this season. Here we go. I'm going to the title next season.
I think you've had a fantastic season this season. I'm really looking forward, because there was a couple of races at the beginning of the season where you was a bit unlucky with safety cars and things like that. I think your teammate Asdog benefited from 1 or 2, so next season, do you feel then you're going to be the full package to really be taking the fight to T. Sammy?
Yeah, I mean, at the start of the season with the safety cars and that, I don't want to talk too much about Baku, but I was very inexperienced, should I say, being at the front of the pack with the safety car restarts. But But yeah, it's helped me along the way, and
Well done, Baku.
so yeah. But yeah, definitely next season I'm taking the fight to T-Sammy, 100%.
That is music to my ears as well. Let's come to Matt, who I think he finished third in the end after, which is a shame really, because you've been second all the way through the season with your consistent driving and your consistent point scoring results. Then, how would you rank your season then? Because you've had some really good, you've had some blinding pole positions as well. I think you've had 3 in the end. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. Then, and you also was on the podium 5 times. How would you feel your season was overall? And no DNFs as well. I almost forgot about that one.
Tonight.
Oh yeah, apart from tonight.
No, it's been good. It's been good, mate. I've enjoyed it. The majority of the time, there's a few races that, you lower end of the points, but yeah, I'm top 5 in the championship. I aim for every season, and to finish third behind probably 2 of the best drivers in the league. Got to be happy, aren't you? There's still quality drivers behind you, so you finished in front of them, and you're behind 2 of the best drivers in the league. So got to be happy, mate. I won Monaco, so I'm happy.
I think that was redemption as well, wasn't it? As David just put, don't mention Baku. And I think he might pipe up about the Monaco the season before. What a race that was! But
just as long as the enjoyment carries on, mate. That's all. That's the main reason for me.
Amen to that, and I got to say I enjoyed myself tonight. It was a good old race to finish off the season. Fantastic stuff. What about next season though for you, Matt? I mean, top 3 again this season. Do you feel that you can go that step further and really challenge the likes of Steve and T-Sammy?
Yeah. It'll be a tough ask. Don't get me wrong. It'll be tough, but to be honest, mate, everybody's a clean slate. You've got to go for it. What you got to lose?
I'm really
Best thing I'm going to do is buy a new pedal and wheel set.
I got to say, I'm looking forward to 2020. It's going to be fantastic stuff indeed. Then, let's come to our champion, shall we? T-Sammy, and T-Sammy. My goodness me, I was talking about your accolades in the commentary earlier on. You've had no DNFs this season at all. You've had 4 pole positions, which I'd say has been your Achilles heel, but you don't need qualifying, do you? Fantastic stuff. You've had 9 race wins this season, and you've been on the podium 15 times in 21 races. I think that is that's the reason why you're champion here today, isn't it?
Yeah, thank you so much, Sean. Good evening to everyone. Good evening, Malaka, to all the Malakris. Just like you said, my qualifying is not my strong point, but because my setups are based on the race pace, it has been, as funny as it seems, a tough season. Because I've been so lucky throughout the season. Some of my rivals have DNF'd in a couple of races, and I had a big advantage. But in the end, I'm happy. Yeah, it was a good season. I'm looking forward for the next one. And also, I want to see Matt, T, and Maxi trying to claim more victories and give me a push for me also to get even better. And also congratulations also to Matt, to Steve, Maxi, Roscoe, because they had a fantastic season also, and to you, Son, for your commentating. You have been brilliant. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And you have greetings also from my father, and says you're the best in commentating. So yeah,
Brilliant.
That's very kind words, T-Sammy. Thank you. And I'm surprised anyone could understand me sometimes, especially after that one today. Blimey, I was just nattering away. I got it. Next season, though, we're on the 2020 game, T-Sammy, and I got to say that I've just read out your stats this season. What's the target? I got to say, it's got to be win again. But how are you going to repeat this season? It's been incredible.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to repeat the season ever again. Because I'm running with medium traction, and then on the 2020 game I'm gonna be racing with off-track traction, so it will be a difficult thing to achieve again. So many wins and so many podiums. So, but the goal, yeah, is to defend the crown that I have right now, the champion. I don't know. I'm hoping to, let's say, get 5 wins and 10 podiums. That's my goal for the next season also. And if everything goes according to plan, I may achieve it.
I've made a note of that. So let's see if you can do that as well. But joking aside, Tees, I mean, I think you've had an incredible season. You really have scoring. Well, I would say up to this race, you were scoring 358 points. My maths is appalling. I need my spreadsheet out, so I can't say how many you scored now. But what a season you've had, though. Absolutely fantastic. I can't really fault you this season, apart from Hungary, where you had a bit of a hiccup. Wow, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone in IRC history has had that season.
I made a mistake because I was running with a pad. I didn't have my new wheel on my hand, so I made a mistake on the final lap, I think, or the penultimate lap. So no worries, everything is okay.
We know what to do. We need to steal your wheel. Fantastic stuff, T-Sammy. Brilliant stuff indeed. Then.
Thank you so much. I'm wishing everyone have a good night from Athens, Greece, and see you all at the next game, and Australia, yes, and if we make any friendly races, see you then.
See you next.
See you later, buddy.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Well done, T-Sammy. Well done. Let's come to Sprint next, shall we? Of course, Sprint was the main man in the awards, wasn't he? The cleanest and also the most improved there. He's been brilliant this season. You have Sprint. You got your fisticuffs out tonight, though. But of course, I think that's after you won the award there. But what a season you've had as well. Of course, last season you came in about halfway through the season, and you was really finding your feet. And I think this season you've really you've been absolutely amazing stuff. How's your season for you been overall?
Yeah, my season, I always try to do the best that I can achieve, and yeah, sometimes I was unlucky with safety cars or didn't have the pace, but during the season, mostly all the tracks in the second half of the season, I really fancy those, so that's why you see me on the podium, also because of not picking up any penalties, which I think is one of my strongest points. But yeah, today I really want to forget this day.
To be honest, the only blip in your championship, that ain't too bad, and I think so. But in terms of you was talking about the calendar and about the second half of the season being strong for you. Next season is a random calendar, so do you feel that that's going to really benefit you in terms of like picking up some decent points at the beginning of the season, and potentially you'll be right up there in the maybe the top 2 and battling for the championship? Is that going to be your aim?
It is always my aim to be number 1, but yeah, as I say, I'm really looking forward to driving my home track at Zandvoort. It's one of the most things I really want to do. But yeah, if I missed like 4 races this season. I had a DSQ in Monaco because I parked my car in the middle of the track. Yeah. If I get everything right, maybe top 5. But yeah, Sammy is strong, Steve is strong, Matt, Fizzy. Yeah, I'm really happy that I finished inside the top 10 this season.
And you've got the best teammate for next year. Good man.
Well, it's fantastic stuff today. Yeah, 4 podiums in the end. Really well done. As you said, your second half of the season was fantastic. From Italy onwards it was incredible stuff indeed. I don't think you scored double points from then on. Actually, brilliant. And I was hoping to speak to Snuff as well, but he's decided to leave us. I think he's had enough of me talking too much. Let's come to Fizzy first. So, Fizzy, you've been the star of the moment of the season. I got to say that I think you won that almost hands down. Really, I think Steve will be a bit disappointed though, because up to that point, one moment of the season was Monza, but that was brilliant stuff in Japan. But Monaco as well, yes.
Monaco was average. Monaco was average. Steve's drive was incredible in Monza. And then I just came along in Japan, took the opportunity, and won by a tenth, and won by less than no biggie, but it's the closest finish probably in esports history.
You deserve it, Fizzy.
To make it dramatic.
Yeah.
But in terms of the season overall, I think you've had a fantastic season. Even without that win in Japan, I thought you was on a very strong season as well. You was unfortunately your teammate Sven had a bit of a difficult season today, so you was kind of flying the flag on your own for Alfa Romeo, and I think Alfa Romeo still finished in a very good 5th position in the end in the constructors. So very well done. But overall, though, how do you rank your season? I would say you'd be pretty happy with that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I think there's still a lack of consistency in my race, as can be seen by tonight. I seem to crack a little bit under pressure, which is disappointing. I feel a bit disappointing. Obviously, Japan, was probably the exception to that. But again, tonight I had a podium in my hands and I let it slip. And at other circuits, I've done the same. In terms of finishing races, that's where I've been lacking. In terms of actually, I've taken part in every race this season, which is the first time I've done it. I haven't always finished them, but I think that's been the main part to my season. And it's just improving qualifying as well. That was always a problem for me last season. I think it was mentioned a lot in commentary.
Sorry.
I always had to. No. It's not a criticism. Far from it. It's something I noticed, and obviously, if I notice it, then other people are going to notice it. So, I always had to do a lot of work last season to get through the field, and by then it was already too late. This year, my qualifying pace has improved, and I've been able to be in that position to hopefully take the opportunities when they've arisen. So, out of 10, I'd probably give it 8.
And I would say that's pretty good as well, actually, because unfortunately last season qualifying was a bit of a hiccup, wasn't it? And as you said though, but your racecraft was amazing last season. This season, I think that you're almost there, and so I'm really looking forward to next season. I feel another step like that in the over the pre-season, and you're definitely going to be in it to win it. A lot more podiums. I think you'll also be on a couple of wins as well. So brilliant stuff indeed, guys. Brilliant stuff indeed, guys. Absolutely fantastic all season. Matt, did you want to have a final word before we close the book on season 7?
If I just had to have one word, mate, it'd be for you, and it'd be a thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Obviously, you commentated on every single race this season. You do the scores for us. You give up your time for something we all love to watch back. So, from each and every driver that's raced this season, Elite, Super, a thank you, mate, to you.
Oh, no problem.
Can I just add to that? I think it's probably to every league that you probably commentate on, Sean. To be honest, I think it's a thank you to all the drivers, because you genuinely make it worth watching. My dad watches it. Like T. Sammy says, his dad watches it. You've got an audience, mate, and your passion comes through in the commentary, and it really does make it enjoyable for us to watch back, for friends and family to watch it. So yeah, genuinely, mate, thank you very much.
My pleasure. It's been an awesome experience so far. I don't want to get emotional because I've got to go to bed in a minute, and when I get emotional, I can't calm down. Right then, but
tissues out when you go to bed, Sean.
Yeah. I think this is going down a path I don't want to go. Anyway. Thank you, guys. It's been absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. Then I got to say, season 7's in the books. And T. Sammy has been, as I said, was mentioned in the same breath as the likes are not that bad of Knowlesy, and also Vanquish and Co-Andy, but also the other like legends like Slim as well is also in the Hall of Fame as well. Brilliant stuff indeed. Then we'll be back in a couple of weeks' time, I think, for the F1 2020 game. It's going to be brilliant stuff indeed. I cannot wait for it. It's a clean slate. Who is going to get control of these cars? We'll have to find out. 7 weeks is far too long for me, but we'll be back racing down under in Australia.